I'm here, y'all.
Yo,
I'm here, y'all.
Hey, I'm here, y'all.
There you are.
Hey, yo, I'm here, y'all.
I know I'm seeing you right now.
Hey, yo, I'm here, y'all.
All right.
Hey, yo, what's up? Hey, yo, I'm here, y'all.
Okay.
Okay, I'm here, y'all.
He said that shit. Oh, word?
Definitely.
Hey.
You guys never liked my shit, so yeah.
It's not true. We like.
I
your
heard you
shit
pl- I
sometimes.
heard-
Pause.
I'll put a pause in there.
I heard him insert inside of the microphone thing. Pause.
What?
I heard it go into the microphone thing.
Let's drop all the gay.
Wow, there's a lot of voices in my head.
Who is this? Check.
What's that something? I can hear it calling in the air
It's Phil
tonight.
Collins.
Hold on. I feel like there's like mad voices because like there's a lot of reverb and drums in that song. Like you hear all the instruments coming like.
Osama, right now, Osama's saying that he relates to Phil Collins, and I'm just like,
No, not
ever in life.
not to Phil.
Osama related to Phil
Not to
Collins.
Phil Collins. Not necessarily to him as much as the way my headphones are putting sounds in my head. It sounds like the way his music puts sounds in my head.
So you are comparing yourself to
Hey,
Phil
y'all,
Collins.
welcome back.
Please take.
He's like the sound of my voice is like Phil Collins.
Please take. Please take this out. Please take this out. Remove this from the
This shit
podcast.
is not being taken out at
We
all.
cut this now.
This is.
I had lost myself in the middle of speaking.
You lost
It
yourself.
was like that Michael Scott thing where he's like, sometimes when I'm talking, I just start speaking and, I lose myself halfway through it and, I don't really know what I'm saying by the end of it. That was like a paraphrase.
Yep. Like, it took the longer route, but it was a paraphrase.
I took the long route.
nonetheless. Welcome back
Do you
to
want-
the set.
Do you want to? I don't know. Go ahead.
Why?
I was gonna ask her. Are we gonna ease into some? Or are you gonna like directly?
I mean, we can do a healthy mix of both.
Just wanted to know what you were gonna do. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Eat a deal.
It's been a minute since I seen you. Fell off of the scene.
Seemed like you wanted to.
I was trying not to bring that part of the line in there, what's good, man?
Yeah. So
Back like we never left. What it is.
Kiona and Kasson podcast viewers, hello and welcome back. This is episode number 78. 78 of the Kiona and Kasson podcast.
78. Aren't we great?
78.
It's cold outside. Cold enough to go ice skate.
And we ended up having to
Man, that
record
was-
kind of late
man.
because of some shit that I forgot to bring.
And that
on this
wasn't
day.
great.
I would at least hope, like the first episode that I come back, you would have better rhymes, and you didn't.
Listen,
That's fucked up.
my thing is not rhyming
Messed
good.
up.
It
is.
Yeah, it's
Oh, man.
never been his thing.
And like, we should do a flashback to that real quick if we could. But
So what?
to when we
All the
caught
bad raps?
you, yeah.
Oh,
on
we've there's
camera.
so many bad raps.
just
There's a lot of 'em.
There's just a lot of bad raps.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I can
I
rap.
let him have
I
the.
just don't
he-
wanna.
He can't rap.
Man, you just can't rap.
I'm your host Adam with my brother Osama and my boy Dave.
Okay.
What up though?
am. Good to
back.
see you.
I'm back.
Good to have you back.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me back.
yeah.
Hell yeah, we had to invite you back.
Your ass groove was probably gone.
Yeah. Better not be sitting. No,
Got rid of my ass screw.
better not be sitting in my ass. He's like,
It's like,
what?
put out a pot of coffee,
He
Mark.
sat down. He was like, It's just hilarious. Yo, the idea of carnies is fucking hilarious to me.
And
we were
like
beaten by the best,
that
boy.
episode gave you a real good look at Carney life.
I think so.
It did.
It seems like they're like
A
con
proper
artists.
like look at Carney life.
They're con artists,
They
right?
are.
Sure.
They are.
The whole thing is just a gambit.
And of course, Homer would be the one who would
And-
thwart them. Like,
And honestly, if you really think about it, who's regulating these machines? Why are we getting on these death machines?
not a single person is
the
regulating
Tilto
this.
world
Man.
is like a decapitation
Yeah,
machine.
but that's not like a Carney thing.
Yeah, it is. They're always at carnivals. Then they got a whole everything they have there is truly something you shouldn't get on.
It's something you can probably die on.
Episode 78 starts with Carney talk. It's great.
Carnea Taco.
It's great. No, stop. Oh man, this is just
Swings and misses or what?
apparently it's only downhill from here now. So
I keep forgetting to move the mic from my mouth as I chew this popcorn. Hopefully they don't hear it.
Yeah,
But if
sorry
you do-
for all the
No, they do.
disrespect.
I chew with my mouth
Those
closed.
chewer
I'm not
over
one of
here.
those heathens that chew with their mouth open.
you do. You did at least.
You
Maybe you changed, but you did at least.
It depends on who I'm around.
So he is the heathen
Sure.
that doesn't.
Okay, right.
No, it really
Close his
depends
mouth
on the
open.
scenario.
If you're more comfortable around people,
yeah,
you're
I'll fuck with you.
Got
Yeah.
you.
But I like, but like, no, I know.
Because you're just smacking lips all day when you're like,
Well, let's think about
Pause,
it. Me and you
pause,
are brothers. We grew up with Dave. I'm pretty sure you're comfortable with us, so that might be some open mouth
that's true.
smacking.
That's true.
Pause.
But no, I know. Come on, everybody. We
insert.
know that there's a proper
Pause.
etiquette to certain scenarios and situations, right?
yes.
Like you can't be like at a important meeting where they got food just smacking away. Like,
No.
yeah, man.
Definitely not.
So I was happy that you guys gave me this job in the first place. So
what does that mean?
I was just glad to be here and think about it.
Man,
Can I get
I'm
some
just
more?
happy to be here.
Are these sandwiches for everybody? So Dave, how you doing?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, just working a
Looking
lot. I
good,
had
smelling
2
good.
jobs for pause for my sake.
No, yeah.
But yeah, yeah, working a lot. I had 2 jobs for a little bit. I was working at a beer shop for a bit, which is a lot of fun.
Okay.
Bottles and cans. That's
Are you
in.
able to drink on duty?
I mean, not really. No, because like it's like a regular job. You know, you can't get drunk
You
while you're
can't.
at work.
But at
So,
breweries they drink, right?
Definitely.
I've-
That's
Oh,
just
man, I
totally
should-
different.
I should
though.
get one of those
Yeah, I
jobs.
guess
You
it's.
definitely should.
I
mean, I would
you
have
get
to
a job at a brewery.
Just apply.
What if I just want to go
Honestly,
drink?
Just apply.
Can I just come here?
Well, so now you might not get the job because you're literally on record saying you just want a job to drink. So no.
Of course, that's when people would start watching the podcast.
Yeah. No shit. Right.
Like, oh, this is my first episode ever.
I get
Oh,
incriminated
so
just off
Sam
that.
did
Stella
what?
Artois and open up a brewery here in Chicago. They're like looking for people, and like they watch this podcast, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna hire."
They start
this
off the
person
segment
ever."
like, he would be a great candidate. No.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Blackball.
what'll happen is they'll see that the first like 30 episodes or 40 episodes we drank Stella,
Yeah.
and then they'll see that we just stopped. And then they'll be like, oh, at the 39th episode, you know what? One more episode, and these guys are going to be our guys. And then the 40th episode, we stop drinking Stella. And that's what would happen.
That
Yes.
would happen, actually.
Yeah.
Like, son of a bitch.
Like, we could have had a sponsorship with
A
Stella.
sponsor?
A sponsor?
That's what
You
he
could have
said,
had
right?
a sponsorship.
We could have had a sponsor, huh?
Holy shit!
Holy fucking shit. It's wicked nice, man. It's
Come on,
wicked
hey,
awesome.
it's wicked nice beer.
Hey, Ma, can I get some ice cream?
Hey Ma,
No
where's
dice.
the beer? Hey Ma, where's the meatloaf?
Meatloaf! Fuck! Funniest accent in the U.S.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking.
Boston?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, I thought you were saying that.
It might be.
I would say Minnesota
Why that?
because it's the closest to Canada, but it's actually like a twist of Canada,
It
and
is,
it's
especially
funnier
like
than
the
Canada.
further far you go north.
Yeah.
Are those
the further north
those
you
people
go.
that talk like
It's pretty wild.
Can you give me a go at it?
Yeah,
um,
Minnesota. What do you call a native of Minnesota?
A native of Minnesota, a Minnesotian.
Is it
I don't know. Don't take anything I say for
Minnesonian?
anything factual.
I put on my coat,
Minnesota
and
night.
there was a snake in my boot, and
Yeah, that's horrible. I'm just gonna stop you right there. No, it's just done right there. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
there's not things that a Canadian might say. You know, what is like
Things that, what I got you buzzing, Alex. What are things Canadians might say?
Yeah, like who? Like I'm no one to judge.
I'm not. Listen,
Yeah.
people think Chicagoans have really stupid
Oh
accents.
man, no, we do.
We do. Hey,
I'm sure we
Chicago,
do.
what the fuck, eh?
You know we do.
But not really.
Get
I
the
don't-
fuck out of here!
My problem with that is
And we
Chicago
have
is such a.
infatuation with encased meats. Pause. We love sausages.
We love cured meat,
I mean, like as like a whole. Like I mean,
not like
Yeah.
dicks.
y'all don't. Y'all don't.
There's a whole neighborhood for that.
Yeah, man. Like we love bacon and sausage, though. Yeah.
Yep.
And pork belly and everything.
Yeah, but you know what? Those
bad
things,
for you,
a lot of
so-
those things originated from other countries. We just took it to an extreme.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
We're like,
Chicago's
oh, you
like
eat
a-
pigs? Cool, I'm gonna eat a lot of
Chicago's
pigs.
like a mecca
have
for
you
food,
eaten?
though,
Do you eat
so-
chitlins? I don't know if we've spoken about this.
I mean, I have. Yeah, yeah. Like
What-
that
how
was
do you-
always around when I was a kid.
what do you feel
but
about them?
chitlins? Are not for me.
I like the way that you said that, real politically correct.
Or not for me.
It's like, what do you feel about how things
Chitlins
are?
are not for me.
What do you think about war? It's not for me.
In fact, like
What is
the
it good
smell
for?
Of, like the
What?
smell of them boiling is just like, yo.
Listen, I think the
man.
smell of them in general probably would turn me off. They're
But
literally intestines.
It's different. So like, my
You
family
shitting 'em?
fried them. You know,
You fry them?
sometimes. Not like my immediate family. Like none of them.
What
got
about
down,
a
but,
deep-
like during like whatever like certain get-togethers and shit. There'd be big barbecues and whatnot. And, my family loved chitlins. Apparently, like it was just like a big platter. Of them.
Apparently, this was a thing in our
There was
family.
like a big platter of them. So it's just like okay, and but I guess they would like boil them and then they would like flash fry them, which is like throwing hot oil on it.
Oh, I was
kinda
just about to
crisp
say, I'm interested in a chitlin that's fried,
Right.
deep fried, like
Right.
double fried.
I
maybe.
kind of thought about it like
but I'm
chicharrón.
not going to eat it. I'm
With
interested.
cheese.
I thought about it like chicharron, which is like pork rinds basically.
Who?
Chicharron.
Oh, I've heard of that before.
It's like pork rinds. Just like flash fried pork fat. That's what it is. It's just pork fat, but
Pork
it's like
rinds are
crunchy.
cool. Pork rinds are cool.
Yo, I was watching
I
Man
fuck it all
vs.
day.
Wild the other day.
Yo,
and
Jay's does pork
Adam
rinds
has
for
been-
75 cents
can I just say
with
something?
a bag of hot sauce inside of it.
This
That's dope.
motherfucker's been talking about Man vs. Wild for at least 4.5 weeks.
Yo,
Man, I wish I would have
listen.
came back earlier. Fuck.
Listen, he was fucking walking through some Alabama woods and came across like a boar, and then he
murdered
caught it and he literally tackled it to the ground because if he didn't dash at it, then it probably would like fucked him up. He said, I don't know. So then he got it to the floor. He took his knife and he stabbed it while he was I was like, what the fuck? And he was like covered in blood. He's like, that's the most humane way to do it. And then he was like, and then he threw it over his shoulder, and he was like, "This is gonna be a delicious meal." There's a lot of
Like back in like the caveman days and shit.
yo. I was like, I
obviously
think
people hunt nowadays, but it's like, yo, back in the day, like you had to do that. Nowadays, you want to do that.
that show's not
Yeah.
still on, right?
Man vs. Wild?
Yeah,
I wish it was
because
it's
I think
great.
I think
no, he
somebody's.
does it, no, he does it with, but he does it with celebrities, and they only do like 1 or 2 nights.
I would think that PETA would have a big problem with this.
Well, also, I
Red?
don't. I'm not necessarily saying that.
Dude, Peter
I'm
can
not.
kiss
I'm
my
not
ass.
necessarily saying that hunting's bad either. Like I get why people do it.
yeah,
Why they yeah.
but he's like not
They
in these
wanna, like,
positions. but
People
he-
want to eat the meat that they killed themselves, and they don't want to trust any other
that
corporations.
that
now,
I understand.
I get that.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan does a lot of
Oh, boar.
boar.
Yeah, boar and elk.
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 Elk is the one that
Yeah.
yeah.
Just like elk steaks and like boar.
But he
steaks, yeah.
but he hunts with bow and arrow.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
And that
fucking
is
crazy.
that is the most humane way to do it. You shoot him right through the head. It's quick and easy.
yeah.
I respect the way he
Now
goes
that-
about things. He just did something.
I also want to say that I don't really condone like killing animals because
No,
I mean,
but if you're gonna
but if
eat, I
it's
think
to
you
eat-
should. It's responsible. Okay, so here's my thing.
It's a certain chain.
If
like
you're
a
if you're
certain
gonna
chain of-
if you're gonna eat
yeah,
meat,
command.
you should have the balls to have at least. Okay, if I'm gonna eat this thing, it sounds fucked up, but maybe you should have to kill it. Maybe you should have to know like how it feels to kill something.
Yeah.
And even so,
eat it.
on like a bigger level than just go fishing and become a pescatarian. Then
But the thing is, all throughout
If
the
you
animal
really
kingdom,
wanna be
for
humane
me,
about
for me
your
fishing, I would catch and release. I
All-
don't think I can. I don't think I can catch eat. I'm like, yo, I just murdered this dude. He was swimming along, doing his fucking thing. Like, oh, I'm about to go eat that. No, you're not. I have set up a trap, and now you're gonna bite
There's-
this, and
there's-
it's mine.
there's
Like,
two
I get
sides.
to eat you.
There's two sides to this because all throughout the animal kingdom, there are predators who are going to eat other animals.
We're not
right?
a natural
Exactly.
predator to
But-
these things. We're
We're
just
not.
chilling,
But-
dude.
But the
actually,
thing
yeah,
is-
humans are herbivores in like actual
Humans to me
Like
don't
concepts,
even aren't like natural to this planet, dude.
like
Fish are just
the way that our teeth are molded. We're not.
Yeah, we don't
we're
have
not-
pointy
we're not-
teeth.
We shouldn't be eating meat basically.
But I do
We
have
do
two
like,
pointy
like cows, like cows.
We've only adapted to that and like evolved into that. So yeah.
Yeah, well, so that's what it is
That is
now,
a bigger
you know?
conversation too. So, yeah.
But the other point of that was those animals have to hunt those things by themselves. You know, so that is kind of true in a way. Like they
Look, all I think
they
about
don't feel anything with it, but they go and kill their prey on their own and eat them.
Right.
here's my thought, right?
Yeah.
I think humans really aren't natural to this planet. And it makes sense because everything else, like there's a natural balance that if you look at it, we disturb.
Oh yeah, and like that, and you can talk about so much to
We
attribute to
we
that.
disturb everything. So that's what I'm saying. Like this fish is just swimming where he usually swims,
Exactly.
right? And it's not fair that things can come out of the sky other than a bird and grab him, right?
Well, so that's like if you want to put in a bigger scale, then that's just like happening to us. Then if something were to just well, so I guess it's just like death in general.
Yeah, because if you go walking through the
Natural
woods, a bear's gonna
selection.
fucking try to eat you, or an alligator gonna try to eat. There's a lot of things that will eat you as a person.
Yo, so there, dude, and also think about that. We are very vulnerable to everything.
Yeah,
As smart as we may be compared to every animal, but really not. Like
that's all we have is
No,
the
I
brain.
feel like-
and
I feel like
I feel like most animals in the wild wouldn't eat a human, but would they?
but there are some that would. Yeah,
Well, so like coyotes and wolves, maybe, right? And like
I
a
think
bear,
lion-
would just
lion-
maul you
no.
and be like I don't want to eat.
no. I think
No.
a bear might eat you.
I don't know. I
a
feel like
bear
it
would probably eat you.
like to the bone. Wow, we're talking about this right now.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, we said that shit.
yeah.
I am done talking about.
It's been a few episodes, Dave. We talk about random shit.
Well, I'm back.
Yeah, yeah, we don't talk about very many important things.
Yeah, no, we talk about a few things. Oh, no. So
the whole start of this was talking about how you were watching Man versus Wild
yeah, exactly.
recently.
So I was watching.
And that was like a 20-minute conversation. you
Yeah,
said, right
yeah,
there.
and we didn't even talk about that very much.
Sure.
Like, we just jumped to other shit.
Right.
So what I was going to say is,
Like clockwork, you know what I
speaking
mean?
of Joe Rogan, he recently had an astronaut, right, a former astronaut, on the show, who worked for NASA, and then in 2011 said he left and went to work for SpaceX with Elon Musk.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I respect that.
This guy, it was like a 2-hour thing. Like, what was it? Not last night, the night before. So Friday night, I was home by myself, dude, and I was like, all right, what am I gonna do? I found a clip of it, him talking about his first time going to space, like 12 minutes. I was like, all right, cool. And then the next thing was the full episode, 2 hours and 12 minutes. I was like, all right, fuck it. Turned it on, and I wasn't just engaged, right? I was just listening to everything this guy had to say because for me, space is super interesting. We've talked about this.
Right.
Of course, I feel the same way.
So he was talking about all
That's why
this.
Dave loves Jedi's in space.
oh yeah, we'll
talk about those
that in a
things.
bit. Yeah.
About
I think
those
we talked
things.
about multiple
We'll dive
times.
into that in a bit.
I mean,
But so he this guy was talking about a whole slew of things, really. And
I joined the Jedi camp. Okay, there you go. No, I'm joking.
I'm gonna go train to be a Jedi. So
I'm now a Jedi. So
It's actually
Dave
part
went
of
to
SpaceX.
Dave went to adult Star Wars camp.
you will now shut up.
Dave went. oh,
You
that didn't.
about
You
to
know why
be.
didn't? You know why that didn't work? Because Jedi's, as I've said repeatedly, are pretty gay. So listen.
That's why.
So anyway, he had this guy on, right, and this dude was talking about a whole bunch of shit, but because we were talking about, like, you know, animals in the sea and all of that. So this guy has he's done 3 spacewalks, right?
That's
Which was
wild.
pretty
That's
crazy.
amazing. Yeah.
And he put a whole perspective on things, right? Because he's only 5'3" or 5'4", and at that height, it's hard to be able to fill the spacesuit. No.
They can't make like a smaller one for him.
Right,
Like, what the fuck?
Like, nah, dude.
This is standard issue.
I would think that all of them are custom made and custom.
No,
tuned.
no, they can't.
They
Because
don't,
They
though.
said they're way too expensive.
Right.
So
right.
they
Right. That's crazy
Yo,
material that goes
We'll
into
put a
that. Think of
step
this.
stool in one of the boots, and you
That's
can.
crazy.
So listen. There's a
Yeah.
reason, right?
Yeah.
So there, I want to. There's gonna be many jokes, I'm sure, but like, so he went up when he got to be a astronaut, which sounds hilarious. When he became an astronaut, he
Fucking
went.
astronaut.
He was like, they were like, you know, it's probably good to go and talk to the other astronauts, to, you know, get to know them and understand, you know, what's going on. And he was like, yo, I really want to be somebody who could do a spacewalk.
Yeah.
Something like, I live in California. I do a lot of rock climbing, scuba diving. I might be a good candidate to maybe to do these things because, you know, these are skills that lend themselves to that particular thing. He said this big fucking astronaut, 6 foot something, looks at him and just laughs in his face. He's like, and he said, because listen, dude, the suits are really one size fits all. They can adjust the arms a little bit. They can adjust the legs a little bit. There's a little play.
So shouldn't they only look for people who would fit those suits?
Well,
in
not
body
everybody
size?
Not everybody goes to do a spacewalk, but there's astronauts who are actually people who fly and
It's also
engineers.
fun. It's also hard to find only people, or well, define people that fit a certain type of height or weight.
I understand that, but then
Yeah,
if
of that
that's the
intelligence and
case,
intellect.
Or
If that's the case,
and also
then-
that too.
if that's the case, then
Like,
be
that just narrows
willing-
it down even more.
be willing
But if
to make
you,
custom
filter it,
suits.
like it's a search engine or some shit. Like
What are you looking for?
You got-
Somebody that
you got like maybe like a hot 12 results that pop up. Like
They should at least be willing to then customize the size of the suit. Or what they could do to save some money is just have like zip off sleeves and pant legs, and you can attach. You know,
Well, listen, that's stupid.
that's
Because
not stupid. That's not stupid.
because
That's
you're
like
in space, fool. This is a
well,
big
hold
ass
up,
vacuum.
that was dumb.
Listen. So, all right, so let me go further. Let me go further, right? So he said,
yo, I don't think he's any safer being in the spacesuit that doesn't fit him in space.
no, dog. Listen, it's true. Listen. So he said that the spacesuit, right? The only thing that can really tailor is the hands, because that's really what matters. You need to be able to grab that. Also, you have to get there, right? In the sleeves.
Right.
So he's like, fuck, what am I going to do? So he said the way they train you is they put you in this big ass pool they got that can almost fit the space station inside of it, right? And they put you in this spacesuit. And the way it works is it's pressurized. He said 4 pounds per square inch, right? Meaning it's like a big balloon, right? And they plop you in this pool. And it's kind of like having to maneuver through in space, right? As this big thing. And he said
Right.
he failed right away. Right? He couldn't do it. His dude was right.
Being short is to my detriment.
It is. It was. So he said basically he trained and trained. They found ways to maneuver around it. They kind of catered the suit a little bit to him if he could. And he got to the point where he was highest level and he was able to do spacewalks. He did 3. Long story short, the other guy did none, right? Which is dope.
well.
Right.
But I only bring this up because it's so dope. He was talking about they were talking about space junk and shit, like all the fucking things up there. And he was saying they went and did a spacewalk, and they had this piece of equipment that allowed them to like grab things on the International Space Station, right?
Yeah.
Because this guy lived
Like a crane?
This guy lived up there for 95 days, which is pretty cool too.
He lived in space for 95
In the
days.
International Space Station. I wish I would do that. I would fucking gladly do it. But anyway, that's a whole nother story for another day. But anyway, he said that they were trying to fix something, right?
Yeah.
And then when they came inside, they had that tool and they looked at it, and this was this big. Came in. I'm sorry. They came inside and they had this big ass piece of aluminum, right? The tool, and a big ass hole burned straight through it, meaning a piece of space junk moving at thousands of miles an hour, fucking hit this fucking piece and burned straight through it. And he was like, if that hit any of us, we'd have like, it'd have hit the suit and we would have combusted. He's like, a drop of water moving that fast through space would burn straight through you. Like, so like, they're talking about the space junk and shit. It's crazy. This guy fucking said he lived at the bottom of the ocean, 60 feet down in the Atlantic for 2 weeks.
What do you mean like lived?
Do you
What
remember?
do you mean, like, lived? He didn't die?
Do you remember when we had that conversation about how we would never go to I would go to the space way before I went to the bottom of the ocean?
Hell yeah.
So there's well, I don't
This
know.
dude's doing both. He's living.
Dude, he is living.
Fuck.
And
Yo,
almost
They
trying to
said
not live.
Almost 80% of the ocean hasn't been identified, or
They don't know
can't
what
be
the fuck's
explored
down there, man.
yo.
because it's just crazy depths.
It's crazy how we can maneuver through and up to space.
What do you think that means, though? I mean, like, so how far does the ocean go down compared to how close?
Like
the
Challenger
core-
Deep.
I think Challenger Deep is like,
to how close it gets to the core of the Earth.
I have no clue.
Because then it's like where are you really gonna hit then? You know,
Because it goes
Like,
down like 32,000 feet or something, like or 30,000 or 28,000, something along those lines.
Is it called the Marina Trench? Or
The Mariana Trench. Mariana Trench.
Mariana Trench, right? Exactly. That's what I was gonna say, but I wasn't sure. What the,
That shit is super interesting.
So, but like, where does that go? You know, what happened?
Can you really
Nowhere,
get
you just
through
hit
to China on the other side?
See, these are all stupid questions. but
Does it get so heavy there because like that's where
the funny
shifts
thing
upside
more,
down?
well, I was just trying to just.
they're
like,
not stupid questions though, as funny as they are, because we don't know, and it's so far fetched.
There's just no way to actually know.
no, and it seems so crazy and far fetched
You
that
can't
no matter
know.
what, you're like, okay, well, what really is down there? And this, okay, so let me explain how he lived there. Now, this is another cool thing. So basically, what they did is they put this like picture.
The
Sorry,
fuck?
it was a kernel. It was a kernel.
What the fuck's going on?
It was a kernel. So, is there anything in here?
Yeah.
Is there a lot in there?
No.
Okay, no, okay. So picture something like this, right?
Okay.
A water bottle.
Cylinder.
And it was sitting at the bottom, and they had something. It wasn't sitting completely at the bottom because there's a way where you can swim underneath, right?
Huh.
And you, it swims. It's basically a swimming pool that you swim into this like habitat, and it was pressurized, right, down at the bottom of the ocean. They said the problem is when you're scuba diving at like 60 feet, you only have like an hour. Because the nitrogen that builds up in your bloodstream is deadly, right? So you have to get back up because otherwise it's too long. You can die, right? But when you're down there and you stay down there, you're okay, right? Because you're not coming right back up, right? So you have a lot of time. So you swim into there, and they're in this pressurized place, right? And that the pool is the entrance or exit, okay? And he was talking about he went to take a shit. They had this. You have to swim like 15 feet away from it into this little dome, right? And you shit. And he said the fish would come, and they were like, they knew it was feeding time because you were shitting, and they would like come and eat come and peck straight at you.
That's pretty disgusting.
He's like, dude, it's pitch black.
Sure.
And there's just fish pecking at your ass.
Yeah, right. Right.
That's pretty fucked up.
Dude, I don't know. Like that would be scary as fuck to me.
Of
And
course.
he's like, he did it at night one day. He had to go take a shit at night, and it was pitch black. Dude, can you imagine that 60 feet
No.
down?
No.
Like I'm shitting
way.
right here.
Dude, I'm shitting in this
because you
pool.
have to. Like,
Yeah.
that's your place to go.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's fucked up.
He did that for 2 weeks, and they said when they finally go back up, it takes a day, and they slowly depressurize the capsule, and it goes all the way to the top, and by the end of it, the nitrogen has slowly exited your body, which is cool, you know. But when you're down there, you can go. He said I would go on like 6-hour, walks or swims or whatever at the bottom.
The fuck?
Crazy, right?
That's definitely crazy.
That's really nuts.
I couldn't imagine.
There was a little science for that ass.
That's a
I couldn't
science.
imagine,
It was science.
I couldn't imagine actually like being that person and like having that like line of vision, like seeing that personally.
No,
That's wild.
he said that a big ass. They call it a Goliath grouper.
Sure.
Yeah,
groupers are huge.
he said when he was leaving to taking a shit, he said he goes down and he's about to swim up, and then with his little with his flashlight, and you have your fins and the goggles. Like you don't take anything in a tank. It's just
Right.
15 feet.
Right.
He said he looks, and it's this big ass eye, and it was a Goliath grouper. And he said he fucking swam all the way. He was like he's tweaking in the middle of the ocean and shit. Dude, I would go fucking bananas. I'd probably drown.
Yeah, I would have a panic attack for sure.
No.
I'd lose my fucking mind.
Like, I would try to breathe because I'd be gasping, like, and I'd literally
But you
die.
also have to know that I don't know. Like I feel like they would, in some way, be a little bit like maybe not optimistic, but just like weary about the situation, like weird about the situation. Like they wouldn't eat you right away.
I mean,
They
I
would,
don't know.
like,
Sharks
examine you.
don't ever seem weary.
Sharks are different. Yeah,
sharks are
they're
sharks.
like
Sharks are fucking
sharks are like
dicks.
predators, like normally. You know?
I would like to be in the mind of
a
a shark.
grouper
Dun,
isn't
dun,
really
dun,
a predator.
dun, dun,
Like I
dun,
guess
dun.
like a giant grouper or whatever it was called. What was it?
A
Excuse me,
Goliath
I'm sorry.
grouper.
Yeah. So a Goliath grouper.
These things are huge, like
Would
double
have
the
to
size
be-
of human beings.
Sure. Okay. Got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and they got huge mouths. So I think they can they seem to be eating all the time. So there's a chance that they can just swallow you up. By chance?
Maybe not even know that they're like eating something.
Yeah,
Sure.
maybe not. Or maybe you
There-
get in the way.
There's a show called I Was Prey or I Am Prey or something like that. And it has all these stories about people detailing like either their interaction with like a fucking bear in the woods or like their interaction with a shark underwater. And a lot of times like they got bit or they got caught and they got beaten the shit out of by a bear and they're still they're telling their story.
I got in a fight with a bear. That
But this-
motherfucker whooped my ass.
This one guy was doing like weird boat tours in South Africa, and fucking a hippopotamus attacked him. And he's like, when the thing opened his mouth, he didn't realize that he was like halfway into the mouth of the hippopotamus.
That's
at one point, like they pulled him off the boat.
Yo.
Yeah, and
He
then
lived?
he lived.
Hippos are like fucking dangerous, dude.
Dude, they're really fucking dangerous, and apparently they don't like people very much.
They're
Yeah,
enormous.
dude, they are not. They see. That's why I think humans are fucking not foreign, or they are foreign to this planet, because there's certain animals that have like a very, very certain angst towards us. like, no, we seen you come down here, motherfucker. Like, we know you came down here to kill us, and we ain't with it.
Like, I'm
So-
9,700 years old. I saw you.
dude. I've been living for 4,000 years. I've seen all this shit.
I've been known this shit.
Saw Christopher Columbus bitch ass too.
I was in the water watching it happen. Like, this motherfucker did some stupid shit. Watch him. Look at him.
Like there's people there already. There's people there already.
Yo, there's got to be fucking. So I saw something about a 400-year-old shark up in like the Arctic, or was it the Antarctic? We had this Did you watch the episode a few weeks ago where we were talking about Arctic and Antarctic?
Is there a difference really?
Yes, dude. One's up top and one's at the bottom.
The problem is when you say Antarctic, it sounds like the anti-Arctic, right? So I would think it would be the opposite weather.
Stop it. Okay. wait, stop. No. I'm going to just say that's just dumb.
It's true, is what it is.
To comment on what Sam said.
One's at the top, one's at the bottom, and it's the Arctic and Antarctic.
Antarctic.
So the Antarctic, what's the significance of ant?
Well, it's not anti.
Is it in the shape of an ant?
No.
No,
It's
it's
just
anti-Arctic.
the name
is
of
what it
the
is.
land.
I'll say this.
Opposite of the Arctic.
I'll say this. I'll say this much. They didn't get very creative.
Well, okay. Well, shit.
It's like-
now
it's
that
like-
makes me think now.
It's like, think about it. Like, what's the deal? What's the deal with
Shit.
What's the deal with North Dakota and South Dakota, West Virginia, Virginia?
What do you mean the difference?
Like, why is Kansas City and Missouri?
Yeah, what's that all about? Who created all
They
of?
obviously just ran out of names.
Somebody created a whole bunch of irony. Why are there so many Springfields?
Yeah.
So that the Simpsons could exist?
Yeah,
No. Matt Groening
is a
or
time traveler.
His ancestors were around back then when they're like naming cities and states and all that stuff and street names.
One day you're gonna predict a lot of things with your TV show.
He was like, you know what? I want to name something Springfield, but I'm going to name a lot of things Springfield.
Everything, really.
Somebody came to Matt Groening and was like,
And I'm going to make a TV show or have one of my kids or their grandkids or whoever make a TV show and just confuse people about where Springfield really is.
No, more than that. Like,
Yo.
I think they even
But to be very
they predicted
honest,
the Kobe Bryant thing.
there's so many other things that are so common without or like throughout the U.S.
Yeah.
Like a Cicero Avenue or like a Central Avenue
Yeah.
or Western Avenue.
Yeah, Main
or
Street. There's a Main Street.
Broad-
Well, yeah, every-
There's a
whatever,
MLK.
you
There's
know.
a MLK Drive in every.
Sure.
there's a
fucking
Main
city.
Street and
Sure.
everyone. Yeah, you know.
Main Street for sure.
I feel like somebody went to Matt Groening and was like, "Here, this is every major
Is
event
it
that's going to
Groening
happen
or
in the
Groening?
next 100 years."
I always say groaning.
I don't know.
It sounds like groaning though, or it looks like.
It
it.
looks like it would be groaning.
I feel like
don't know.
somebody came and
I'm
was
not
like,
gonna say anything that sounds like moaning to him.
somebody
Yeah, I
came
know.
to him and
Your
said,
name's not groaning. Is
I
it?
this
wouldn't.
is-
Well, first of all, I wouldn't tell him what his name is. But yeah.
Your,
"He's like, this
all
is
right, Mr. Burns. What's your
I would-
last? What's
I
your
would
first
only
name?
ask.
I don't know.
know."
They're
I feel
saying Boo Earns.
Boo earn.
I feel like somebody went to him and was like, "Yo, this is every major event that's going to happen in the next 100 years. You can implement it in your show some way, somehow."
Nostradamus?
Maybe, right?
The Man in Black.
These are my memoirs.
The Smoking Man from X Files.
Okay, so seriously, like, how could they have like really predicted all of this?
Literally everything.
Does anybody have an answer for that?
Because
I mean, well, none of us would.
it's because Matt Groening was driving
Okay,
the DeLorean.
give me a
And,
scenario. Why do you think? I want to hear all of your scenarios, and I'll give you mine after I hear yours. What has Matt Groening done?
Well, the whole fact that The Simpsons is the biggest TV show to ever happen in TV, and then for them to predict everything makes me think that something else is happening.
So I'll pause you there. Firstly, I'd agree. It's probably the biggest TV show ever.
It's been
It's
it's been 3 or 4 decades.
It's-
Four decades.
No, 80s, 90s. 2000s, 10s, and 20s. So 5 decades.
Oh, now the 20s. Yeah. Well, but the 20s just started. That's why I didn't count it though.
They've sparked the South Parks, the Family Guys,
All
the
of it.
American Dads,
All of it.
the Futuramas, the King of the Hills.
The longevity
and
for
anything-
30
and-
years
and
is
anything-
crazy.
and
racy.
Matt Groening's had a part in most of them. Futurama.
Yes, and
all of that.
anything racy that's on like the Cartoon Network or FX, there's the one that's paved the way for anything
Oh,
like that.
They've been
Homer
in the game
Simpson
for 30
is the
plus
most-
years.
Homer Simpson might be the most important cartoon character of all time.
He's the everyman that no one wants to identify with.
But every
It's
man
true.
can find some common
And,
ground.
and what? Okay, so they were on the Tracy Ullman in like '87.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, she was.
So-
She's an amazing writer.
So think about it. Like all of the grump. He's not the most important character of all time, but he's maybe one of the most important.
He's one of the most iconic.
The most iconic possibly at this point. Like you have the Mickey Mouse and you have all of them, but that was a different breed. When we got to the cartoon that was like mimicking real life with a family, it's Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson.
I agree.
What does the J stand for?
Jamama. Oh, it's just J. It's like what the fuck? Like why would you just give me a middle
"No!"
initial?
that was one of those dope moments.
But Homer's definitely the one that paved the Peter Griffins of the world.
of course,
The American Dad. I forget his name. Stan.
yeah.
Any of the South Park characters that are racy. Maybe Cartman. Maybe Cartman's the most. As Cartman being the most.
Who would you compare to a Homer Simpson from South Park?
Maybe because of the fact that he's so unpredictable, it would be Cartman. Cartman's a little.
Maybe Randy Marsh.
Cartman's a little. Cartman's. Oh, you mean Dads?
Well, no. So
I'm
yeah,
just- I'm
not
just
even
saying-
that,
I'm
but
just
just
saying
like based off
Officer
the character.
Brady or Bar Brady. or
Just
whatever.
based off the character alone.
To me-
yeah, so Bar Brady would be a good one. Yeah.
To me, Cartman's just a child version of Homer Simpson.
but like Bar Brady
He's
is just
fat.
dumb. Like
Yeah,
Homer
but-
Simpson
but-
learns from his mistakes. and
No.
shit.
he really does sometimes.
No, he does.
dude.
No, but like
I don't know.
there is always a lesson learned.
At the end of the episode, yeah.
Every single episode.
There's always some kind of conclusion or resolution. It just brings them back to exactly the state they were in
Very
at
true.
the beginning of the episode.
Very true. Which also speaks on American society.
So,
too, though.
but
Yeah.
but I
So,
think that
yeah.
speaks on the fact that at the end of
It's
it,
like-
it always
it's
goes
like-
back to
it's
equilibrium.
almost like Americans are like, we got over it and we're fine again. Let's just stay fine.
It gets
Let's
back- it
not
goes-
improve.
everything
No.
goes.
Let's just not talk about it
Right.
going forward.
I'm telling you, everything goes back to like an equilibrium, a par, you know what I mean? Like, man, we were here, and then something crazy happened, and now we're back.
You know, the only time I ever think about the word equilibrium
came
is when I
and-
fart.
Actually, you know,
You
and how about
came
this?
and you
I
brought
just wanna-
me
just
a
wanna say one thing.
turkey.
There's
And you whisked me away.
there's a really good documentary on Amazon Prime. If you guys are Amazon members or anybody Prime members,
Yeah.
whatever.
Somehow I am.
So it's called The Killing of America, and it was shot in the 70s or the 80s. I'm not too sure. Basically, it just tracks everything violent or war related or
Anything that involves
crime-related,
fatality or something.
anything within the U.S. And it just progressively shows how violent America's got
Oh, it's crazy.
or was, and that was only shot in the 70s. So they didn't even cover the next 4 decades,
Which
after
were
that.
extremely violent.
Exactly that.
I think there was a lot of violence before that too, though.
it just speaks a
It was.
lot.
Dave.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, there was a certain point where it was almost worse than today, but like it was more, I'm gonna handle my business this way. You know,
What it shows is that like people were just able to get away with crime as soon as they thought about it because they thought they could.
Oh,
Yeah.
crime
It
was
was easy
much
to.
easier to get away with when there was no cameras everywhere.
yo, and
dude.
like the
But people had morals back then.
yeah,
People that had morals now.
but the people that didn't, they got over.
People will get on a bus with a bomb and blow the whole bus up and not think twice about it. You know, not and that's here wherever.
I like the Wild West era.
I don't.
You know,
Back then, it was more like, oh, I shouldn't do this because of X and Y reasons, and like they just didn't, But
I can see why Adam
They-
would like the
but
Wild
they-
West.
they handled-
Adam has like the whitest complexion of all time, right?
Fuck you.
So Adam wouldn't have any problems in the Wild Wild West.
No,
put
but-
these brown boys in there
Listen.
with these beards and our names, and we'd be like, wait. But actually, Dave has a last name that sounds kind of Irish.
McConnell.
So like,
because it
honestly,
is.
It is Irish. Yeah.
you might be good.
But so how about
It
this?
sounds kind of Irish.
I'm
My
the only
father-
one. We walk into
So how
the.
about no, hold on. My father, who is African American, and I'm African American and proud of it. He always says and jokes around, maybe not jokes around, but like something to think about. But he's like, that's the name that the slave owners gave us way back when. But also, I found out that our family were slaves, and I had a great grandmother who was a washerwoman, and like all that. So that's real.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Yeah.
No, I just like the Wild West era because they handle their business like men. Oh, I got a problem with you. I'm fucking
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
take
I
you
don't
to your space
wanna- Look at-
and spin.
You offended me to the highest level and took my money and my woman, and I'm gonna kill you now.
10
And it's
paces
like, oh
and
shit! Well,
spin.
that's
We
actually
handle it.
justified.
So
Like,
firstly-
he
so-
took his money and his woman. Oh, you should die.
Roulette, Russian roulette
Or
is like
you should
the
be
most
like handled. Maybe not die, but you should be handled.
So firstly, I'm going in there.
Enable them.
I'm going
roulette
in
is the
there.
fairest way to solve any problem.
I'm going in there with the
Shoot
skill
you in
of
the stomach.
Doc Holliday from Tombstone, right? I'm gonna have the
It's
gun.
Wild West Day, so you can't repair that.
I want y'all to know, right? In this scenario, because all three of us are walking to some random tombstone town, right? Like Tombstone,
Tombstone Town.
right? I remember Doc Holliday.
Immediately think about pizza.
Have you
right?
have
'Cause
you
I'm
ever
fat,
seen?
but, yeah.
I
Me
do
too, though.
Have you ever seen Tombstone the movie?
Of course. Yeah.
Doc Holliday, Val Kilmer.
Well, I totally got.
I'm
the
going. I'm
reference,
going in there with them gun skills, right? That
Them.
gun play's coming off
Them
my hip,
guns.
right? So, firstly, just know that. But secondly, I'm gonna have the most issues in that fucking place. You show him ID with it, McConnell, be like, all right, well, I don't know how, but okay, fuck it. And then Adam walks in there and he's just gonna jump on their side, like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Your red beards with Tim's on
Yeah.
and shit.
So
and baggy jeans.
meanwhile, I'm sitting there like motherfucking.
Fuck is this walking to my bar?
Hey, listen,
My salute.
fuck all
Who's this walking to my salute right now?
Adam's
As
got a
you
whole
can
bunch
see, my
of.
shoe game is not no damn cowboy boots.
What's the shit they call?
Why
it?
do they have extra spurs on their
Yeah,
boots?
Spurs. That's what it was.
It's just like gang of
because they, like-
spurs
like-
in the back.
rubbed it against the back of the.
Adam walks.
Like, and shit, like spinners.
No, I think
it's like spinners at
You're
that
supposed
point.
to kick
like,
the horse. I think that's
Look
what
at
it
him
is.
spinning.
That's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
That's why they exist to kick the horse.
I'd be like, that's why horses get really angry, dude.
urban cowboys.
But so listen, the scenario's not
But, like,
finished
in
at
the
all.
Wild West.
The scenario's not done.
fuck this.
Adam,
please elaborate.
Adam walks there. He jumps on there. You see that the camera pans to his boots and chink, and then like he's got the stupid things. And
But
So
I'm
I-
thinking
wait,
like
so I have
multiple
spurs?
spurs.
So I
look
though.
at Adam-
multiple spurs.
I look at Adam. I'm like, oh, it's like that. He's like, well, right.
Did this come to you in a dream?
Starts talking to like him
I'm
and
shining.
shit. Dave, somehow they just let him run the fuck away. I look down, he's just running. I'm like, well, thanks, Dave.
It almost sounds like a dream you had.
No, this is something that
You know what I'm saying?
this is exactly what would happen if we go to a fucking
It's
Midwest
like a
town.
premonition
We-
in some sorts. Like the Wild West gonna come back out of
If
somewhere.
we were to ever travel,
it just like happens. Like
if
that's fucked up. You wake up and we're cowboys and shit. Like, oh shit,
Hey, listen.
I got a pistol on my head.
Right away, I'm taking it to the back in time, travel back in time, and player hate.
Oh, beautiful. Yes.
so,
Yes.
if you could travel back
Yes.
time, what if you let's say you randomly somehow got the ability to travel back in time for a day? You come back for sure, right? Like it's like a bounce there and bounce back. but you have a
Definitely
day.
not the Roaring '20s, which everybody wants to talk about.
I'm not
right
trying
now.
to fuck
I'm
with-
like, I wouldn't fucking be a.
Flappers aren't attractive.
People
what the fuck is a
People are
flapper?
always like, oh, it's fucking 2020. Let's go back to the Roaring
When-
'20s. Oh, I wish it was. I'm like, I wouldn't be alive. Like, I wouldn't be around.
When did
There
they
were
start
no
shaving?
Black and white? No.
There
When
were
did
no-
they start shaving their bushes? That's when I'll.
There were no Arabs. There were no Arabs in the U.S. until like
At all. No.
1960, dude. For sure.
1960.
They didn't even go in through Ellis Island. Like I don't know how they got in here.
I promise you, there were no Arabs until like 1960.
They're
None
just
of them.
checking and shit. it like, oh, is it cool now? Oh, okay.
All right, we coming. All right, cool. We saw what happened. Nah, I'm good. Nah.
My dad definitely did not come through Ellis Island, so I don't really know.
Like we saw
They literally just pulled up here in,
Like
at O'Hara and like
Sure.
the Arabs were
Maybe
like,
even
we've
Midway.
been chilling over
He
here.
said
We
pulled up at we here. We here.
our dad pulled like
free.
the Arabs were just chilling on the coast, right? They
That's
were,
fucked up, yo. Hey, G. But like that's what it was though, G. Like we're free now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Dude,
we made it out.
Arabs were chilling on the coast. Like we saw Christopher Columbus like 400 years ago. We were just waiting for y'all to tell us.
Right.
We knew he was doing some stupid shit.
right.
Actually, I
We
don't
told
think-
him not to
that-
go, bro.
That's
Like-
probably not an accurate depiction of what
You're
actually
telling
happened
us-
in history.
You're
But
telling us he killed all the Native Americans, all the Indians, quote unquote. Oh yeah, well we could have told you that shit was gonna happen.
yeah, we saw him.
we saw that shit happen.
His name's
So,
Christopher Columbus.
He was killing everybody around
we
the world.
sent a messenger bird, but you just didn't respond.
My messenger pigeon ain't make it. Shit.
right. Yeah.
I knew it was a bit of a
he
stretch
probably
for
killed that
distance,
shit.
but-
That's why.
No man, Christopher.
Bomb that shit in the air.
So yeah, I
well,
forgot what I was getting at.
let's get to
Columbus
some.
and shit and slave owners.
Let's get to catching up with,
We were not.
with Dave. For
We
a
weren't
minute
talking
here.
about slave owners
I'm sorry,
specifically.
excuse me.
Let's get to catching up with Dave for a minute. You know, get a.
I can't. Dave ran away from me in the middle of this fucking gunslinging fight. So now I'm in the middle of the Midwest. Dave's just running away, doing his thing.
This is wildest fucking
Sorry,
scenario.
Sam. Oh, but I didn't get to my question.
Why would I run away?
Let's say you, because they let you.
Fuck that! I ain't running from nobody.
Yeah, I ain't running for shit, bitch. Dead.
Right. Why would I
Hey, I ain't running for shit, bitch.
And it's before bitch comes out, it's bam. Like I think bitch back then was probably like
Yeah, well, no, people just didn't say that.
people
John
didn't say-
Turkey's taking a little
people
far,
didn't
my
say
man.
He called you a cocksucker.
It was some we wouldn't even think about though. It was some weird shit.
All right, so
Everything
listen,
is weird.
let's get on the rails for a second because we're about to get right off as soon as I ask
like
this
a
question.
polycock or some shit. He's like, you just said that shit. Like,
Your Spurs are dirty.
you heard it. You heard it.
You got
So,
some.
oh no, one of us got to go now.
He said it.
You got some dirty Spurs, motherfucker. Like,
Right, yeah.
Yo.
no.
Tell me,
My
tell me-
wife shined these Spurs. Is like, you don't talk about Clarence.
With your ugly ass horse. Like what the fuck?
I was trying these by myself for the first time. It was yesterday.
Ridiculous.
Yesterday.
Wild West is a bad. Wild West is a bad time.
Tell me though. Tell me that's not the
So,
most
let
gangster
me-
way to handle shit. Oh, you disrespected me now. One of us got to
It
go.
was just duel, like on
One of us got to go.
Dude, that's not fair. What if I don't like guns?
They also like set times.
better have
What if
gun.
I don't even have a
They
gun?
also set times for duels.
See you at sundown.
Right. And it was like 11
or high
a.m.
noon. High noon. They would do high
He
noon.
was like, damn, I got like 5 hours to just like
Like, hang on.
I wake
Is
up
high noon?
myself.
You'd be like, tomorrow, high noon. You'd be like, well, I wake up at 6. That's like 6 hours.
But
What, do
also-
I eat breakfast?
Wait.
See them like they're also both chilling at the same saloon drinking at the same time.
What's up,
too.
dude?
Just looking
And then
at
they're
each
like,
other
all right, it's time to go. This is the only saloon in town.
fucking shit. Just like looking at each other. Like,
What's
I'm
the
gonna
difference
fucking
between
kill you,
high
like-
noon and regular noon?
High noon is when the sun is high at the top of the
So it's not
the sky.
necessarily at noon.
So I guess like in our
I don't know.
terms nowadays, high noon is actual like 12 o'clock. Dude.
Well,
That's when
listen.
the sun is at the highest point.
I think
I would
we've
be confused. Like
established-
high noon. So wait, does that mean like 12?
Noon?
Are we talking about Central Standard Time?
Like noon, not high noon, would be like
I think we've
10 to 12.
I think we've already established
AM.
the Wild West is not a
Yes.
place that abides by many rules.
It's
No,
not a place full of
definitely
very
not.
smart
And there were
individuals.
no like
But they were about the respect, which I appreciate.
yeah. I guess perspective.
Can
is
you
the
imagine?
only-
You'd be like, do I eat
That
a
was
light
a-
breakfast?
that
I got a duel tomorrow.
But you could. I don't know. You had like 5 hours.
I
mean,
challenge
probably
you to
should.
a duel,
Like,
sir.
shit,
Do you respect?
I got like 2-3 hours. I can go to the brunch spot real quick.
I was kind of hungry.
you running away?
duel until 1 p.m.
Let's say you know you got no good gun skills. You running away?
Oh yeah. Well, you have to. Done. Yeah.
Like, can I rent a
But
gun
then
for
you're
this? 'Cause I
also
don't
being
have one.
watched at that point. I feel.
You think they're watching you?
Everybody,
Everybody.
because like they were always like drinking together and shit. Like,
Wasn't
you
every-
challenge a person to a duel
That's
at
true.
high noon and it's like 10. You're like, oh, I'm gonna wait around for 2 hours
Where
and
you-
drink and look, shit, and look
You
at
see,
you and talk
dude
shit.
get up. He's like, "Where you going?"
Yeah, right. Hey,
It's like
bitch.
It's like the press before a big fight.
Gotta go to the bathroom. Put your weak
Like
ass bladder.
265 pounds.
You guys going to the
Fuck
bathroom
you.
again?
Was everybody drunk in the Wild West?
Oh, definitely, all day,
it's like
all day.
I don't think
Yeah.
anything.
All
It was
day.
like the hood.
It
It's
was
like
only-
liquor store, church,
It was
liquor store,
only
liquor store.
whiskey and moonshine. That's it.
There was like
Brown
one,
or clear? You want brown or clear?
There was maybe one
They had
saloon.
clear?
Right. Because moonshine. Yeah.
Moonshine is clear.
Right.
So I don't think they had brown.
No barrel. It was just like straight alcohol, man.
Brown was just like
Brown is like aged in wood.
tobacco.
No. Brown is just aged in wood.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Well, either way, they were all drunk.
Yeah.
Whiskey,
So I would-
and bourbon and cognac, all that would be clear, but it's just aged in certain types of wood.
Here's my strategy to win a Midwestern duel, right? Don't drink.
Sure. Yes.
I challenge you to a duel.
Also, can you
Do you
take
accept
the
or are
10
you
steps?
coward?
Can you take the 10 steps and on the 10th one do like a side shuffle?
Nope. Gee, see, because that's just not a part of the rules.
Can I duck?
It is 10 clean steps. You turn around, draw your gun, and then whoever's dead is dead.
Can I duck and pop?
Or whoever gets shot gets shot, because like you don't really die.
Can I duck and
Because
shove?
like
you might.
because obviously you guys are drunk,
Right.
so your aim's gonna be off.
Well, what if you get hit? You die.
Well, you might. Die.
That makes it more
You might
fun.
get shot right in the
Dude,
face.
hospitals were non-existent back then.
You guys wanna-
that was also not a thing.
You guys want to buy some paintball guns?
Because the doctor was getting drunk.
What'd you say? So you guys want to buy some paintball guns and do this?
No. No.
Paintball duels, man. Come on.
No. Okay. Actually, that sounds kind of fun. Actually, I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You see what I'm
We're
saying?
onto something there.
Yeah. We should talk about something because I have other things I want to talk about that are like actual things.
And we're deep in this. We're balls
We've been
deep.
talking about
Actually,
nothing.
if I can be honest, do you want to look at that real quick? Yeah, we're there with it.
Yeah, we're
So-
getting there.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all right.
Well, okay, Dave. Highlight,
When we were talking about
highlights
balls
of the
deep
last
the other week, Adam was like, "Yeah," and then when you can fit the other ball in. So we're like, we're
Wait, what?
That's the step beyond balls
Wait,
deep.
what were you guys talking
Does
about?
ball and a part of a ball deep?
I said we were balls deep, and Adam's like, "Yeah, now you can add like a ball." I was like, "That's a talented woman," but
It's talented to be able to get
You
your
guys
ball in
know
there.
to never add the ball, though, right?
you can.
If you can,
I don't want to wear these headphones anymore.
Take
because
that. Take that.
I
Take
feel
that.
dirty now.
Take that. Take that.
Hearing that popping bubble noise just made me feel very awkward. But yes,
Yeah. Well, give us the highlights, man.
no,
What's been going
definitely
on?
do not put the ball in.
No, no,
or
no, no,
both,
no.
for that matter.
Why not?
That is bad.
What if you only put the ball in?
That's bad.
Have you?
No,
That, sir, is called teabagging.
just don't dunk the ball at
That's
all.
called teabagging, isn't
You
it?
should never dunk the ball when it comes to sex. All right, there you go. How
Why
about
not?
that? How about that? When
No,
it comes
but
to
I
sex,
feel like I
don't
should dunk the ball.
No, I'm pretty sure you can dunk
Don't
balls
dunk
in
the ball.
sex.
Do not dunk the ball.
That's called teabagging.
No, okay, like yeah, you could, right? But you're risking a lot.
If you
What are you risking?
Your ball, it
You
could
say
pop.
open wide
ball could pop.
and go about your business.
your ball could pop by
I'm not
dropping
going
it
to
in the
talk
mouth.
any more about this. Just research it, okay? Because I'm done. all
Wait,
right?
so there's research on this?
well, you could definitely Google that. You could definitely Google that.
How can a
Literally.
ball pop?
Cut to scene.
How
Adam.
can a testicle pop?
T-balling in mouth?
Can your testicle pop from putting your and go from there? All right. ...
Yeah, but if you're just doing a little
Right.
teabag-
Yeah, because it could be a
Are you
whole
familiar?
range.
Are you familiar with what a teabagging is?
Of
Like
course
you
I am.
just put a teabag in the
Definitely.
water and pull it out.
I did it to you when you were sleeping one time.
You could do that.
It's all good. Sure, I wasn't gay. Sure.
That wasn't gay at all. So, but
We took pictures and shit. It wasn't gay though. You were passed out, dude. Sorry.
nobody knows. Well, now everybody.
Up top, dude. Right?
Adam was like,
I almost got him. I almost got him.
he almost got it. He almost did.
You didn't know to get it.
We talked about
All
nothing.
right, so Dave, give us some highlights, man. What's been going on since anything you care to share with the viewership here?
Working a bunch.
Word.
Actually getting pretty real about real estate right now.
Ba-doom.
Yeah. No,
Real about
didn't
real
need that.
estate?
Didn't need that. But it's okay. No, it's
Get
all right.
real
You
about
tried.
real estate.
You
It
tried.
sounds
It's
like
okay, though.
it just
You
sounds
tried.
like an infomercial to me. You know, let's get real about real
Hey, we're
estate.
just getting real about real estate here.
This is Dave here,
This is Dave McConnell. Dave C. McConnell.
and this is Dave for
Getting
getting real about real estate.
That's
Getting
right.
real.
Getting real about real estate.
No, you got to introduce like getting real about real estate.
That's right. Yep, I'm not going to do that.
They're great.
So
You got to do your best. Like, what's that infomercial guy that died?
Billy, what was it?
Billy
something?
Mays.
Was it Billy Mays?
I don't think that's the name.
I'm pretty sure it
Billy
was.
something.
Billy Mays Hayes? Oh, that's Willie Mays.
That
Hayes.
was
Fuck.
It was Major League, asshole.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dick. Major League 2, dick.
That is
It was Omar Epps, dickhead.
That is Major League 2.
Fucking loser.
Major League is a really underrated movie.
Yeah, of course. It was amazing. The first one was
First
classic.
one is
the
great.
second one's great. 3 and 4 were just so
Yeah, I don't know where they went with that.
So bad.
Just don't
So bad.
It was
Stop
like
at 2.
you should stop
Don't go
making
any
this
further.
now. No, we want 3 and 4 to come out. Why? Because we have already contracted it.
Yeah.
Most of the actors have died, but it's okay. We'll just continue
That's
going.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dude, everybody retired from the original one.
Pedro
and they created
Serrano's
another
still
one.
around, though, acting.
Allstate? The Allstate
Yeah,
guy?
right. He's been around forever.
This is Allstate. And
Dude's been in Allstate
if you
for
ever
like 15
crash your,
years now.
he's
Yeah.
literally this
He's
is the
getting tall
commercial.
checks.
If
He's
you ever
making-
crash your
yeah.
car,
Just off fucking commercials. He's
Go to
like,
Allstate.
fine. Like, he's great.
he doesn't look anything like then. Like
How
he
about
looks
this
like
then?
himself,
How about this?
but like
How
he
about
has
this?
hair now, like
you
Jadakiss.
Make, you make 15 grand
what-
off
what-
of a commercial, right? You do
I don't think he makes only 15 grand off those commercials.
so sure, but I'm saying though, like,
Every time
just
they're
say
played
that-
throughout the day, maybe.
Maybe
Just
so.
say like you're making 15 grand off a commercial, right? You do like 5 a month. Just like save that money and like do right with it.
What are you assuming about this man?
Just like he just does well with his money.
I'm
Just
assuming.
How do
that
you
he's
know?
just
Maybe he
rich
just-
as fuck.
Maybe he has a life where if you just saw it, he just balls out.
pretty sure that dude's got some pretty.
I
cool
feel like he has a
net worth.
life where if he goes and drops 15 grand somewhere, he's like, I'll make it back, and then he makes it back that
Pretty
night.
sure dude's
you know?
net worth is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He's probably got Lamborghinis and all sorts of crazy shit.
But just doesn't flaunt.
We just assume.
Doesn't floss at all.
And it's all. And he's
No floss.
He's not insured by Allstate. He's got like
Not
the
at all.
general.
He,
Right.
he actually.
He's got the general,
Exactly.
which is hilarious because Shaq is like a general,
Which is
like
weird.
spokesperson.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
How the hell did you become the generals?
Is it,
And why
is the
them?
general local? Is it only here?
No, it can't be. Why
like
Shaq?
Eagle Man?
Shaq
I don't
has
know.
no affiliation with
You never know. Maybe somebody was like,
Shaq has no
I think it'd be
affiliation
great to be a Chicago insurance salesman.
It must be Eagle Man.
I don't know. All right, continue. We need to stop getting off
Anyway,
course
so
here for a
yeah,
second.
I was just we're
Real about real
heavy-
estate.
real heavy into real estate. Learning a lot, doing a lot. And then yeah,
And
trying to
then,
get back on track
yeah,
with life.
Oh, for sure.
that's a constant battle, my friend. Constant
Yeah.
battle.
Never
So-
freaking ends, bro.
Therapy has been a real thing.
Yo, firstly, I want to say that I commend you and give you props because I think it's important for a lot of people. We were talking about it earlier. Like people, there's like a negative connotation on therapy. That's always been that way since we were younger, and I think before because it was always a man's man type of a life. But I think it's important that now people are recognizing that it helps. I think. I don't know that it's necessarily for me, but I don't know. I can't say that I'm for sure or for certain that it does help. I understand
Yeah.
that. So it's important. I'm glad that if you recognize that you feel like you need it, that you've done that. So I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, I mean, as we were talking
Yeah.
about earlier, like it's a normal thing for men to just not want to ever open up about anything because fuck all that type of thing. Like, as much as it's just kind of like better to keep it inside to us, right? So then when you're able to kind of have like that ear that's not biased, not don't really have like a chosen side or whatever, then you kind of get like a real opinion from them or whatever it is,
Right. No, you're definitely right. Yeah. Yeah, and I guess it was just really hard for me to do that.
Yeah.
No. But I can't. I wouldn't assume to be otherwise though. Like I wouldn't assume.
Yeah.
Making the decision to go to therapy would be something that's an easy decision to make.
Yeah.
I think more than anything is probably it's telling yourself that what I would think would be is maybe letting yourself know because of all what we just spoke about how it's been thought of to be something negative that it's okay to let yourself know it's okay to go do it.
Definitely.
So it's dope, man. I'm glad that
And it's like real comfortable too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I go to couples therapy with my wife, and then solo therapy. And at this point, it's just really just maintenance, just kind of like keeping up on
yourself, man.
who
That's
I want
all.
to be, what I want to do, and all that.
Yeah.
It's for me. It's kind of like I've adopted this, write things down type of mentality. I've always had it kind of like on and off, not necessarily consistent. or following what I wrote.
Journals are huge.
Yeah, I don't really. It's not necessarily a journal as much as a way for me to
Like a roll call list.
Yeah, every day I got to make sure I do this. I want to do this.
Sure,
I want to
sure,
do this.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
planner that I have my list of things I want to do. Write down. You know, whether it's I throw there's a idea that pops in my head for the podcast, or you know, I have a detailed channel that I have up, which I have, I have a funny situation that's popped up with that. Yeah, but you know, like. Yeah, it's just a matter of just trying to keep everything in order and go about my business the way I need to. Keep myself disciplined.
Show.
You know, but that's really about it. I get it though. It's you know, like you said, maintenance really, you know, to make sure that, you know, just that I think you should being self-aware is important, you know, and
You got to be aware of yourself.
sometimes you don't realize that thoughts are there until you speak them, you know, or until you kind of like roll into that thought like, oh shit.
Another thing that The Simpsons kind of predicted, or at least like showcased when Homer was, he had like the repressed memory from the quarry, and he had
yeah. Yeah, repressed memory and like of like that wasn't was it the crayons?
the crayons made him stupid,
right.
and then he pulled it out and he was smart again. And then,
Right.
He had like the crayon stuck in his brain. I don't know, but yeah, no, I'm proud of you for doing that, man. And you know, it's important to work on yourself, and you know, I'm glad that you're here and you know discussing with our faithful.
welcome back to the show, Mr. David.
Appreciate it.
with our welcome 131 viewers.
The hundreds and tens and one.
Oh yeah, you guys are well for the viewers and subscribers. Yeah, you guys really made a difference, or have made a difference. You know, so we really appreciate you guys.
Oh, well,
Thank you.
you know.
Well, I said the viewers and subscribers, not us.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
Oh yeah, y'all have been made a big difference.
You guys
The-
have made a huge difference.
Yes,
'cause,
they
like,
have.
we can actually do this and feel good about it.
I'm not gonna lie, only some of you have made a big difference because the other ones don't comment at all about anything ever.
No, so, you know, it is anybody who watches and enjoys our goofy ass conversations is definitely appreciated and we
Well, yeah,
True.
we have pretty good viewership numbers, so it's just we
Indeed.
appreciate people
That's
watching,
true. So thank every
Yeah.
one of you.
and I'm glad I can still say, you know, that I'm a part of it. So
Oh,
Hey, if you miss Dave, thumbs up, man. You know.
yeah.
send a thumbs up or a comment or something. Yeah,
Do some, motherfucker.
Yeah. let us know. You know?
Yeah.
Let us know how much you love him.
yeah.
But what else?
Or us, or all of us,
Or all of us,
man.
And also, then to say that, then also thank both of you guys, because I mean, off camera, you know, these men have held me down, you know, for so much or for so long. So
Oh, no problem, man. Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
just having the brothership and the family, you know, type of vibe that we got,
For
we
sure.
just definitely felt so.
Hey, Kiona and Kasson is a family.
Indeed.
There's some people who I don't like from Kiona and Kasson, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely not.
No.
I mean, you know, shout out to all everybody there.
We'll also
They
have
made the neighborhood what it was.
some person that's from the northwest side of Kiona.
Also, Kiona and Kasson Prospect
Well,
project
well.
across Kiona.
just
So,
just across the
just
pond.
across the
across the pond.
we talked. We just had an across the pond
His
discussion.
initials are ZG. You know, he may or may not be on here soon.
Zizzle, zizzle, jizzle, jizzle.
We'll see.
Zizzle, jizzle.
So what else you guys? What's going on this week? What you guys got going on?
Listen, Sammy had requested that we get back to arguing more on this podcast.
Okay, shit.
So-
let's do it. Let's do it.
About
Let's do it.
what?
Hey,
So,
first of all, fuck both of y'all.
He said that he likes the arguments.
No. Here's
He said he likes the arguments. So
Firstly,
this is-
Sammy is an Eminem fan. Who is
There's a lot of
blind
arguing to be
has
done with
plays a
him.
blind ear.
But I think he's right. I think we should spice this motherfucker up. You know.
What? What the hell are you talking
So
about?
we
Right.
were
There's
arguing.
like dirty dozens in here. And shit.
We were arguing a little bit earlier this week about
Motherfucker, you're the one that jumped sides in the old west.
I didn't in your dumbass scenario. I don't know where you built that from, man. But
I told you because you have Caucasian features and Dave has a Caucasian last name.
It kind of just happens off that. It just builds off that.
it's just like a.
What am I
byproduct.
supposed to do with that? Like, I'm the only one that's like like doubly fucked. Like, no, Osama. What
That's
kind
true.
of name is that?
That's true. After this conversation, I'm turning sides on you. I'm gonna let you
I
deal with that.
challenge you.
I'm gonna switch sides.
Challenge you to a duel.
But I've never seen this man before in my life. All I can tell you, officer, is that he's gay. Gay.
The blue streak for you.
Okay, yeah. So we were talking about
argue.
we were talking about the LeBron dunk, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I read a little bit further after what you were saying afterwards, and I just didn't argue because I wanted to do it in person. You know.
Like I'm
Now listen,
not gonna argue that.
I'm on board with you with the whole idea that like we need to appreciate greatness while it's here, right?
Right.
Get him. My thing is, when you're a professional NBA athlete,
Argue,
nothing.
motherfucker.
It's nothing.
first of all, it's not. We can bring some witness testimony.
Practice?
No. So while I'm on board with the whole appreciate greatness thing, when you're in the NBA on a professional level, there's a certain amount of greatness I expect, anyways, right? So while I want to appreciate the great players for who they are, and trust me, I'm not taking anything away from LeBron, but that dunk was only so special. I mean, I think what I came
visual. That's all I'm saying.
what I came to realize later is it was
No one else is really doing that dunk, though.
it was a dunk that Kobe did 19 years earlier.
They showed a clip of that that they were mirrored.
Yeah, right.
So I was like, man, I don't
So
know.
if all
whatever.
of us had that general knowledge while seeing it, we would have had the same thought you had. But because we didn't,
what
and
I
it
hate
wasn't
about-
a quick
this is what I hate about
flashback
LeBron.
that we could just go to. We saw that shit for what it was, and we're like, oh shit, that was pretty dope.
but you kind of agreed.
Oh
It
no,
was
no,
not
and like
as-
okay, so yeah, right. But
It's not that.
the
what I'm
way
saying is
the
it's
way
impressive
that
because
the
I can never
picture
do it.
was taken, it's like, oh, ain't nobody guarding him right now.
It's impressive because I can't do it, and he's an iconic player at this point in time, right? But there are plenty of people who can dunk flashy and are terrible players otherwise.
Zach Levine.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's there's a lot of that in that demographic. So I'm not trying to take away from him, but let's not use that
Shit,
example.
I just said that out loud, huh?
But let's not use that example to describe LeBron's greatness. The problem is we grew up Chicagoans watching MJ, and every time there's a highlight dunk of him, he's shitting on everybody.
Also, shout out Zach Levine.
Yeah. You know, he's in Chicago, right?
Also, shout out Zach Levine. And I'm a
He's like, Kiona,
Little bitch
Kasson,
ass.
I know that black.
saying shit like that. I'm sorry about that. Excuse me.
So listen,
I'm a little bitch.
Firstly,
I gotta turn around on Elston. I use that block to come around.
I'm gonna smack myself.
so Adam
Give me the baby powder.
is not incorrect when saying people can do those dunks. Right. He's not incorrect when saying that you should expect greatness. He's always incorrect otherwise.
I'm like
Case-
never incorrect.
Case settled.
If you think
no,
I'm
no,
incorrect-
listen. Okay, you're right. But the thing about the image was dope, right?
My problem.
I post when I usually send something to the group chat. It's either really dumb or really cool looking. I thought it was
No medium there.
I thought it was a pretty cool dunk, right? I didn't say, "Oh my god."
You said that's an iconic picture right there.
It is because there's a lot of iconic
Dick riding.
pictures that are no, because all of the pictures that you see that are like all of these old dunks, dude. The most iconic dunks have been done more than likely on a fast break alone.
Yo, listen.
I don't know.
How many Michael Jordan highlight pictures?
Like you can definitely say that.
There's been dunks. Like you can dunk on somebody, but when you dunk on somebody, typically you're not making these acrobatic
But you're just
movements.
talking about like high flying, like
Yeah,
actual
man.
picture worthy dunks.
The way
I
when
get
they
that, I get
capture
that.
something in this in a specific way that makes it look like it's superhuman.
And I also agree with Sam for that reason because
Nate
it's just
Robinson
like
did a
abstract,
360 dunk, and it was more impressive to me. Because
that's
Nate
like-
Robinson
That's
What
just
are you
did a
debatable,
360
though.
dunk.
Right?
though?
Yeah, that's
Like-
just I don't know. Yeah,
Like, what do you? How you
I'm
compare
talking
that?
about
that
like,
could be true or untrue. It doesn't really contribute.
What we're
to the
talking
conversation.
about, what we're talking about, the fact is that whoever took that picture took a picture that is
that it was a very nice picture.
it's an iconic kind of picture. It's one of those pictures that you can literally put on a poster
Again.
and it probably will be. And
I mean,
there's many.
I'm not
also
taking
in
anything.
that same regard. If you're gonna call him King James, that's a king fucking that's a picture right there. Put a crown on him.
Dude,
Like,
whether
that was
it's
a dope
camera trick
picture.
or not, he was high in the air.
Sure.
There was a very acrobatic
he
move
did
going
that
on.
fucking one pump and then behind the head, like
I
double
don't
dunk,
listen. I
like,
don't disagree. It was a
double-handed dunk.
very athletic
That was
play.
a sick dunk.
I'm not disputing the
I don't understand what
athleticism.
you're arguing. You
And
wanted
they
to
just,
argue, but you're not
and
really
they just,
arguing
like,
anything.
they just set him up for that too. I mean, that was a perfect. That was a reason why they did that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
What
I'm
what
just
are
saying
you
if it was
arguing?
dunked in traffic, then it would be a
That
much
don't
more
happen in
impressive
traffic.
dunk.
So
it
yes.
does.
So no, it may. It
definitely
it
does.
also could.
That kind of dunk can't happen
you
in
can't
traffic.
say that because it could happen.
No,
and it does happen. It's
You
happened.
can't let the way that type of
Maybe.
dunk happens is that you have a full open lane to the basket because there's specific acrobatics that happen.
What about MJ versus the Knicks and that iconic
We-
one when he's just shitting on Ewing
When
and
we talk-
Starks and all of them?
But
just
he
below
didn't
him.
dunk on anything. He didn't do a dunk that was like maneuvering. He literally came and just fucking jammed it. You can do that in a game. That's an iconic dunk in the game. But in a dunk in a game where you're not going to windmill on somebody more than likely.
Sure.
You can though, and it's happened.
Did you hear?
No,
that?
I hear you though.
More than likely, this isn't happening.
Okay, but we're talking about LeBron James.
Yeah, but
He would probably say,
maybe-
I've had more impressive dunks in my career."
But I'm commenting on
I
the
don't know
picture.
if he would say it. His fans would. He
I'm
wouldn't say
commenting on the picture.
He probably would.
that. LeBron's fairly humble.
No, he said, "I'm the best player in the world." Why would I care about that? I've heard him say this.
He is the
I'm
best player in the world right now.
I'm simply commenting on the
Who
picture.
else is better
dude.
than LeBron right
That's
now?
all I'm doing.
Maybe Kawhi.
I'm commenting on how it looks. I didn't say, "Oh my goodness gracious, LeBron did a dunk nobody else has ever done in life."
All I'm saying is, yes, Kobe passed, and it opened up a lot of people's eyes, mine included. However, I'm not just going to automatically stop criticizing you because now that we know you're immortal.
Listen, I'm not going to stop criticizing, but I'm also going to not stop myself. From
I'm just saying
this is great or that is great.
It will probably be hallmarked as a great iconic LeBron play, but I don't think it's anything that's
The
like
play is not iconic. The
Right.
picture
Duh,
is.
I said the picture, fool. I said the picture.
I'm just saying there's more sides to that.
God, your side sucks.
But how many Jordan pictures can you say the same thing about though?
Yeah, but how many do you
Where
have
the
of
play
him
didn't even matter. It was just a
shitting on
picture.
somebody?
Sure, but
most
LeBron
of,
has those too.
Yeah, but most of his highlight
We are
dunks
not
are on
talking
short
about a
point
high-
guards.
we're
It's
not
like,
talking
where's the
about-
argument? you
Listen,
know?
we're not. Yeah, Adam's not arguing anything really. He's just arguing to be arguing.
No, just because
Listen, we're not talking about anything other than the
All
fact
of-
that
listen,
the
listen,
image
listen,
that
listen.
was taken in such a way that man,
Yeah, that
wow,
shit was dope.
That looks superhuman in its way
I'm
of
just
how
saying
they
if I went back to go ahead and read the discussion when you first posted it.
I commented on the picture. I
Yes,
said,
but you
"I
were
got a picture."
also very snapbacky.
Yeah, because I'm like, dude, like we're not.
So it sounds like there was an
I told you,
argument
I'm
to be
not commenting
made.
on anything but the dunk and the picture itself, how it looks and how it was taken. There was nothing about that other than the fact that it was like, holy shit, they took this picture at the right time, and it looks like, holy fuck, that looks like he's floating in midair.
It did look like holy fuck.
I guess.
You know, not that.
I'll say, I guess.
Okay, you got something else to argue because you ain't argued shit there.
No. So, do you want to talk about the trade deadline and the moves that were made and the moves that were not made?
No,
Bulls-
Pistons fucked up.
No, the Bulls didn't make one move.
Yo, guard packs, fuck them both.
The Bulls,
I would kick them off of a
the
rooftop.
Bulls literally made not one move the whole fucking
Not
trade deadline.
I give them the Liu Kang kick straight to the forehead. Both of them. Old fucking jackasses.
The Bulls didn't do any. The Bulls didn't do anything. They didn't. Derek wasn't traded from Detroit.
Yep.
Which you should have been.
He's gonna the NBA is leaving a Derek.
However,
to dry.
Andre Drummond
That
was
sucks.
traded from Detroit, and he
Yeah.
did not feel very good
Oh,
about
he
it.
was upset.
Oh yeah, I saw the tweets.
Let me see. I think I got the statement.
No, he was
screenshotted.
mad.
He was not feeling the way that shit went down one single bit. He said, "If there's one thing I learned about the NBA, there's no friends or loyalty. I've given my heart and soul to the Pistons, and to have this happen with no heads up makes me realize even more that this is just a business. I love you, Detroit."
Yeah, I get it. Not pretty happy.
It's fucked up. Like, he's been damn near your franchise player for like the last 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons.
But dude, it's a
Some
business.
shit.
I get it.
But you can't
Where'd he
let him
go?
know. Huh?
Where'd he go?
I
forgot.
Shit.
I was gonna say, but I forgot.
I do have a whole list of things pulled up here, I think. So these are all the trades that happened by the deadline. So the Golden State Warriors received a Dallas 2020 second round pick, Denver's 2021 second round pick, and Toronto's 2022 second round pick. Philadelphia received Alec Burks and Glenn Robinson III.
It's okay. So no one.
I don't know. I don't really care about much of
Inconsequential.
Yeah. Let's see. Atlanta Hawks received Dwayne Dedman, Houston's 2020 second round pick, Miami's 2021 second round pick, and then Sacramento received Alex Len and Jabari Parker.
Jabari's just been floating around the league now after those injuries.
He's definitely been a floater. It's kind of fucked up.
That's kind of it for him.
Let's see. And then Atlanta received Clint Capella and Nene. Denver received Keita Bates Diop, Gerald Green, Shabazz Napier, Noah Vonleh, Houston's 2020 first round pick. And then Houston received Jordan Bell, Robert Covington, and Golden State's 2024 second round pick. And when we get into these picks, man, like
There's too much. Like, just talk about the ones that matter.
Yeah.
There's also no one really coming into the NBA right now that's worth
No, not at all.
No.
So like that's why I was like, I don't know what's it called?
I think I
Golden State
remember
is
saying
doing.
Minnesota looks like they're going to be doing pretty good this year.
Yeah, with D'Lo and Towns.
Yeah.
That's
a
if Towns
pretty
can
good
play any
combination.
defense or be a good player at all.
Yeah, he just I don't know. The East is so lackluster, man.
Always. It's like something that's just like it's like a no man's land.
Okay, so here's the Drummond trade. The Pistons received John Henson, Brandon Knight, and a second round pick, and then the Cavaliers received Andre Drummond. Neither of them got any better at
Done.
all.
Speaking of not getting any better. So okay, look at I was watching YouTube and the clip and the trailer for the new Fast and Furious movie came up, right?
Oh,
Dude, they're at 9 now.
That sounds
Dude,
horrible.
what happened to street racing? Like when did they become superheroes?
What do you mean?
Like Dom is like literally a superhero with a car.
That's weird.
It's pretty much true.
Like he could do anything with a
nothing
car. Like if somebody's falling from the sky, right? And then he's with his car, he can go catch them with his car. It's like
You know what's
wow.
also funny is that like during like production time and like there's people sitting around like a round table talking about the movie and like what they should do. They're thinking
Somebody
about
suggested
the most
this?
impossible ways for a car to do what they do in Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, yeah, let's just do that.
We're gonna have
What's
the
that
car
shit he
do a
has?
That sounds
backflip
awesome.
on command. Huh?
What's that shit he has? The Charger or
believe that
whatever
shit
he's
up?
driving? Man, that shit
People
is
eat
crazy.
that shit up though.
Yeah. He was playing chicken in
I'll
that
watch it.
car.
I'm gonna
and
watch it.
Made it go into a
I mean,
wheelie
not
right
like
away.
you're like a dumb person for doing that, but just like people will fucking watch
Call me a dumb person for doing that.
No, but,
dumb,
like,
stupid
people will
person.
fucking
Don't be
watch
so
it. Like,
stupid.
I might. I have watched Fast and Furious movies.
All right, I'm gonna watch
You know,
shit
it's
out
just
of
like-
it.
I haven't watched one since the one they were making when what's his name passed.
It's
Paul
like
Walker.
Fast 7
Paul
or 8.
Walker, rest in peace to him. Yeah, whatever that one was. I think I watched like the one
They made that
before
sad
it.
ass song for him and shit too.
Yeah,
Yeah, then Wiz performed it at the Kobe tribute at the Lakers
Oh,
game.
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't listen to that song. I'm like, fuck.
What are you guys doing for All Star Weekend?
Nothing. Just staying away
Oh,
from
shit.
Madison.
Which is I think
Actually-
also Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah, so I got big plans. I'm taking off work first of all, and then
You guys gonna go see the Jedi's?
you can suck my dick.
Adam's not a Jedi.
Pause.
That's true.
Which means that he wouldn't suck my dick.
Or is he?
What? Hell no. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
So
Of course, anybody, whatever kind of way you like, try to live your life is the way you want to live it.
I'm gonna make dinner, and then I'm gonna go see. Well, we're gonna go see Little Brother in concert.
Oh.
It's Fonte, Big Pooh, and then Ninth Wonder is having a late night set. We're gonna go see that as well. Same night.
Nice.
Okay.
Ninth Wonder is performing with Illa J.
Gonna be
who
here?
is- Yeah.
Where? Here.
So Little Brother is at Radius, which is having their grand opening night that night. It's a new concert venue. It's in Pilsen.
Okay.
So we're gonna go get tacos after the concert, and then.
So your All Star Weekend plans aren't really centered around All Star Weekend.
Well, so that's the thing. We're going to Promontory for Ninth Wonder, and they're gonna have everything on there,
Okay.
TVs and whatnot.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, I don't think it's a wise idea unless you have the money to go deal with it. like in the most comfortable manner.
I would love.
As a citizen of the city to go to this game.
Oh
Yeah.
man, dude,
I'm very upset
So we were looking at
that I didn't go.
prices in like October. It was $1,000 for the 200 level.
It's craziness. But
much.
I'm doing
So
what I
it's just
can on the show.
celebrities and high profile people that are
Yeah.
gonna be there.
See,
It's
we're
just
gonna have the All Star Weekend here in Chicago, at
I
United
was
Center.
so
right?
excited, man. I was like,
So-
it's gonna be here. We're gonna go.
Yeah, I was
Like,
really
I thought
hopeful.
we would all be able to do like a day over there or some
That'd be
shit
dope.
like that.
Too
Do a little-
expensive.
Do a little Insta Live or something.
There's something going on at Navy Pier. It's like a 3-on-3 thing.
Yeah, I
And
saw
thought we
that.
should do that.
Yeah,
These
Right,
shoes,
no,
are,
right,
these shoes are my
right.
commitment
I am
to All
kind
Star
of out of
Weekend.
shape, huh?
So these shoes are my
Oh
commitment to All Star
no,
Weekend.
gee, I meant like
I'll
the
go watch it.
the Ice Cube 3-on-3 thing. Yeah.
Oh,
the big
they
three.
have that.
Right. Big
I didn't
three,
know that.
yeah.
I thought it was another. I saw another 3-on-3 tournament they got going on soon.
It's
but
like
I
for just
forget.
players to just go
Yeah.
to.
Some more
Oh,
amateur one. These are my commitment to the All Star Weekend, right? Our home mascot is Benny the Bull,
Of course.
and these shoes are Crazy 8 Bulls, which have the little tie dye in the
Those are
inside,
pretty wild,
little
yeah.
fur on top. You know,
Look at you.
gotta hold it down for the home team mascot because I don't think there's anybody who's really representing us.
Well, besides your dog.
Well, true. Which
You
I keep trying
forgot.
to. No. I'm saying like in All Star Weekend, like
Oh, sure.
visibly, you know.
Sure.
Um,
Yo, I hate the jerseys.
yeah,
I'll
the
say
jerseys
it.
are ugly.
I'll say it.
The
That
All-Star
was the
jerseys.
dumbest idea ever, I think, man. Why even do that shit? You have never done that anywhere else. And like,
Why you gonna do that shit?
Like you weren't in New York naming fucking or having like A line and B line on shit and like fucking R line or what the fuck Canarsie stop or some shit. Like what the fuck? Why are you gonna name it after CTA? Like that's not the most recognizable thing about Chicago.
right.
Obviously name it after fucking pizza and pizza toppings.
Obviously, the biggest
duh.
attraction here is the
Pepperoni
big
squad.
fucking mirror bean.
Sausage Squad,
What's the
Pause.
best? What's the best Chicago
Cheese
specific
squad.
food?
pizza,
Pizza. Chicago specific.
pizza, Italian beef.
No. Chicago. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Chicago specific. Like pizza's everywhere.
Okay, excuse me then. Stuffed pizza. That's like a Chicago
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. What do you say to people? How do you try to rebut people? rebut.
Listen, I'm gonna say
How do you
the
try
most-
to? How do you try to rebut people? How do you try to rebut people who say that's not pizza?
fuck those people. What the hell do you know about pizza?
in a very articulate
Well,
way.
so then if I could be honest, I don't know what that means then. So like they would have to explain. Well, no, because like that's
Fuck you mean it's not pizza?
Like,
There's sauce and cheese on it.
It's sauce, cheese, and dough.
What if they're like, oh no, it's not traditional. Obviously,
I'm like, your mama's not traditional, bitch.
First of all, that is not obvious because here we do that. So
well, no, that's true. So,
pizza.
do you think Chicago pizza is specifically stuffed?
That is the style, yeah.
Do you think so? We're not known for like our square slice.
Oh, so right, yeah. How about this?
Yeah.
So there's
our square thin crust.
There's only two cities that do this in the U.S., and that's us and Boston, and it's Tavern Cut. That's what it's called.
Okay.
And Boston's not number one.
And, excuse me. That's also Wisconsin and Michigan, maybe Indiana.
So there's 5 states?
I heard
it might be
Detroit-
like a Midwest.
I hear Detroit has pretty good
the
pizza.
breadbasket.
Detroit is square pizza,
Detroit pizza is
which is traditionally Sicilian.
Little
style.
Caesars.
But the thing about Detroit is that they put the sauce on top, which is
Wait, I thought Little Caesars was Detroit style.
the fuck are you talking about right now? What are you talking?
Little Caesars
fuck
is
are
Detroit
you
style.
talking about?
Wait, they have Detroit style pizza.
It's Detroit style.
Little Caesars has
Little
high cut
Caesars is Detroit
pizza.
style.
What do you mean?
That's the style of
Oh,
pizza
like they
from
also
Detroit.
offer that.
That's what they offer.
Okay.
That's what's known as Detroit style.
Yo, what
Square
the
cut.
fuck are y'all talking about?
Square cut pieces, right?
I mean, they're not square cut when you get a pizza from Little Caesars. So
So what does that mean then? What is it then?
I don't know, but as far as I
how
know,
does
that's
it come
Detroit,
to you?
like a triangle
Yo,
cut pie.
you know what my biggest beef with?
High cut pie.
You ever order from Lou Malnati's?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Do you want it cooked?" Yeah, bitch. Do you want?
Do I want a cooked pizza? What kind of fucking new?
I want to cook. I'm ordering delivery right now. Like,
Also,
I wanted that shit
frozen pizza
And then better have pizza
for later and shit.
the
Like,
first
no.
time I ever heard this threw me for the
I'm
biggest
hungry
loop. Do you want it cut or uncut? I was like, bitch, if you ever ask me this dumb question ever fucking again,
Actually, you know what? I was watching How High yesterday, right? And you
You're
remember?
gonna eat the whole. You're gonna roll
That's
it up.
weird.
Yeah. You remember when that guy stole the weed and he rolled the pizza up?
I always wanted to do that. since I saw that
I
movie.
want to do it so
I was
bad.
a fat kid too, so I was like, I'm gonna do that.
I was like, that shit looks great. I would have like a
I'm
19,
like, I'm gonna go buy a tombstone and just do that.
Look
shit.
at an 18-inch pizza, double dough, roll that shit and fucking just pause, shove it in my mouth.
I don't think you can do double dough. I don't think double dough is ideal for that. You need like
No, you
thin
need dough
crust.
that's
You need
gonna
thin crust.
maintain its integrity.
Yeah, it will. But if you
It will.
roll it, it will. But the double dough, like if you had pan pizza rolled up like that, it would be like
So
the size
it's
of a
almost
fucking
like-
sleeping bag.
So I see your reasoning, but Sam's right. It's almost like,
But if you can't use thin crust, he didn't have thin crust. He had like just like regular.
it's almost like using two
pan style crust.
Just don't do that.
I don't know, but I want to try it regardless. I'll try it with thin crust. I'll try it with pan. I'll try it with fucking.
So that's what I was getting at. So Chicago pizza to me also is the square, the tavern cut,
yeah.
thin slices.
That's like the name of the style. Yeah.
That's what I Chicago. I think we have two different kinds.
You're right.
Yo, remember Nancy's?
Nancy's is good.
This is dope.
Yeah, Nancy's is good.
Yeah.
But like I think Chicago's is also Chicago's also known for like our
Pizza
like
father and son.
like roast beef on our pizza maybe
Yeah,
or
y'all did ground beef and roast beef,
yeah, that's my shit.
and we always did sausage, but you guys can have sausage. So I was at your crib having pizza. Yo, that turned my life around. Yo, I only get ground beef now on pizza.
Oh, ground beef!
ground beef
Ground
is
beef on
delicious.
pizza
It's
is
just way
delicious,
better,
dude.
Like,
Ground
so
beef-
much.
anything else. Like,
Ground beef, garlic, and black olives.
Oh, that sounds
That's
good.
what I like to go to.
Dave just seems.
yo, we might have to
disappointed.
order that after the show. Though I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't know if that was a mad or
No,
like,
I'm
what was
like,
that?
I kind of want that.
Ah, yeah. You know, there's a Jets pizza around here.
Nah, just as dope.
Yeah,
Just as
To
dope.
anybody who's watching in other countries, sorry, you don't know.
countries.
probably
This is a
was
fucking.
Ain't
no,
nobody
no,
else
no,
in
no,
the
no, no, no,
country,
listen.
fool. And anybody watching in Sri Lanka right now.
No, no,
Anybody
no.
in Madagascar
There are-
who got
there-
their phone out on a fucking
there-
safari.
There are
If
people.
you're gonna Yelp some pizza right now, you might want to wait.
Sorry that they're joking on you
Put the
people,
phone-
but there are actually
put the
people
phone
from
down
out,
and-
out of the country
Put
who
the
watch.
phone down and stop recording that
We
kimono
actually
dragon.
we actually have analytics to back that up.
Analyze these.
Somebody likes this.
That's Osama's thoughts, and if you ever want to like come and
Analyze
sponsor us,
these.
whatever, you can keep him out of it.
Sponsor us.
I'll kick him off the show for you. You know,
Damn! I will strangle you with this microphone.
But like still record here. Like,
Like, can
Oh,
I
yo,
come-
go
guys,
sit in your kitchen.
You guys,
You
can I
ain't-
come
you-
out of
you
my
ain't part
room
of this no
already? Can I come out of my room?
Sam ain't a part of this shit no
If
more.
somebody was like, "We'd give you $10 million if you have to get Sam off the show," you would step out down from the
Give
show.
me a
$10
million.
million
Fuck you.
dollars?
There you go.
Give
See?
me a
10
million.
million, you better fucking leave.
You-
Give me
yeah.
half, I'll go with you.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, you give me $1 million, I'll leave this shit. I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys have this house. I don't give a
$5 million
fuck.
dollars.
I was going to buy property in
Kidding me?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. I'm not
Give
going
me-
over there
give
with that
me-
Confederate ass state.
Give me 25%.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to no Confederate state.
I'm going.
Okay, so
I'm going.
so where did your plans go from there for next weekend?
What are you talking about? Oh, right.
We're done talking about
Wait,
pizza.
what are you
What
talking
are we
about?
even talking about right now?
We were supposed to be talking about this, but
so,
as we
yeah.
bounce around,
So, Little Brother at Radius in Pilsen, which is a new venue, and that's their first concert, grand opening. Then probably tacos, because Pilsen's known for tacos, because they have the
Man,
dopest
tacos are
out there.
delicious.
It's just homemade tortillas in front of you, like the masa's all fresh and shit. Getting
you should
that-
just leave the food and drinks out because that always segues us.
Sure, that's
We're the worst.
That's valid. Yeah. And then heading to the Promontory, which is in Hyde Park, and Ninth Wonder is having a DJ set.
Is that Promontory Point?
No, the
That's
Promontory,
different.
like the venue.
I was gonna say
Promontory Point is like at the lake.
Well, yeah,
It is.
yeah. That's why I wasn't sure. I went to a wedding there recently.
Adam's like, where the fuck is the concert?
Fuck is everybody?
I went to a wedding there like in the summer, so that's why I was like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be like a small venue.
Dude, hey.
The wedding
Hey.
nor the concert's
Hey.
gonna be there. So
It's February fucking like 10th, dude. There's no fucking concerts outside. of the
Fort, there's
fucking-
there's like a
No, I'm talking about. Well, yeah, but today still, it's like
There's like
there's
a-
snow.
there's like a property there. You can close the doors.
Close these, dog. Close these.
okay. And then we're gonna go see Ninth Wonder at the Promontory,
That's awesome.
the venue,
The place.
Not
the
the point.
building that supports music.
Right.
But so Ninth Wonder's going to be there with Illa J, and Illa J is Jay Dilla's brother.
That's dope.
and they're just gonna get down on a bunch. Because this weekend is actually yesterday was Jay Dilla's birthday,
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
I've been bumping Jay
Yeah.
Dilla all fucking weekend.
That's dope.
But in honor of one of the greats to ever do it.
Cool.
But so yeah, Illa J's gonna be there with Ninth Wonder, and that's a big connection because Ninth Wonder was the original producer and member of Ninth Wonder or of Little Brother. Rather.
Okay.
I do have what's called donuts downloaded.
That's Ninth Wonder, or that's fucking Jay Dilla. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They come on randomly all the time too. All those tracks. So I think I had one on yesterday.
I think one of my favorites is Lightworks from Jay Dilla because he goes through different BPMs live. He'll like slow it down or speed it up
That's dope.
while the whole song's playing.
No, he was dope, man.
This
He
is
was a
different.
genius. He
Yeah.
was a genius for sure.
And he also played all of his instruments live and then sampled himself instead of
That's dope.
sampling actual records.
See that's key. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shit.
He played live drums. Like just all of your shit is live.
That's what I want to learn how to play, man. Remember we went to Guitar Center like earlier in the year. I was trying to beat on those damn drums, and there's something to it. I mean, it's just like I know there's a specific rhythm you have to take on when you beat the drums. I beat the shit out them drums.
Well, what are you doing next weekend? You said nothing?
Well, next weekend. So we've decided that we're gonna do Valentine's Day 2 weeks later. So my girl's birthday is the 21st. No, listen. My girl's birthday is the 21st.
The things that you guys work out like that.
It's cool with me. So listen, we're not doing her birthday's the 21st. And there's something going on the 14th, so we're gonna celebrate Valentine's Day the week after we celebrate her birthday. So we're not doing anything specific for Valentine's Day. I am
it's
off
All-Star Weekend.
Wednesday, and I'm gonna go to the auto show for myself.
Is that free?
No, I got you got to buy tickets, but I got somebody that was able to give me a few tickets a couple days ago. So I'm
We're
gonna.
trying to go, but it's not free.
I think it's like
I don't wanna
$12.
go
I think it's like $12.
Like it already costs a lot
No.
to travel down there.
Just to look at some cars. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm off on Wednesday, and I haven't gone for a few years, and I like to go every like 4 or 5 because the new iterations of models.
Yeah.
So a couple of my guys are gonna meet me, and we're gonna head over there on Wednesday morning, check it out. I really want to see I want to look at like some of the Mercedes and like some of the new Dodge and things like that.
It's such a bad weekend, dude.
There's this crazy Mercedes van, yo. It's like a camper, and there's a tent that pops out from the roof of the car.
That is crazy.
Huh.
Mercedes.
I like it.
That's like one of those
Looks like
van.
that
That's
shit.
one of those like people who just travel on like van
what it is.
life people.
Right.
It's such a
Right.
bad weekend for the auto show to be like All-Star Weekend in Chicago for the first
Same
time in
weekend
like
every year.
27 years.
Yeah.
So now you have both of those events going on this weekend.
Well, that's
And
why
it's gonna
I
be
don't want.
hell and all kinds of terrible shit to try to get down there. and do
Revenue for the city, though. That's why they do it.
things. That's great,
A
but they,
lot.
Only reason I want to go to the auto show on Wednesday. Now the only reason I'm really going is because I'm off on Wednesday.
well,
I happen to
Wednesday
be
is
off.
like probably gonna be the like Wednesday night will probably start bringing in all the people.
Yeah, that's why I'm going in the morning. I want to avoid crowds. I don't want to go look at the cars from a distance. I want to be
Right.
able to go look at them, experience them, check them out, walk around them. So I've been wanting to go, so I'm going to do it on Wednesday morning. And then,
You should post pictures.
yeah, I'll take some pictures and post, and that I'm, podcast life.
Or just caption like certain specs you like about it or whatever.
Just you got to play foreigner and just give people the camera and be like, "Can you take a picture of me in this car?"
I got a couple of my guys are going to come. Maybe
Came
I'll have them. This is my shit. They're like, dude, you're at the auto show. Be like, yeah, but
I'm right behind you.
I bought it here.
I said hi to
I'm
you.
gonna drive this one off the
that's my car.
I just parked right here because I'm VIP.
I won that in a raffle.
Oh man, yeah. So that's all I got for next week, man. And then, I think for her birthday we'll probably end up doing something pretty cool, but I haven't decided yet.
And then Valentine's Day is the weekend after
So it'll
that.
be the 28th.
Or when you're
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
No, not sure yet.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of far from now.
So then, what's your plans for the night of the All Stars and shit?
Oh, nothing.
Just-
I'll probably watch it somewhere, but other than that, I'm not really interested. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go anywhere near it. Going to a bar to watch it isn't necessarily something I care to do.
There's a little event at Navy Pier. I thought about going.
You're gonna go?
I thought about it. It's gonna be
It's gonna
crowded.
be
though.
super packed.
I've
Yeah.
gone to the point in life where I can't be in places where there's a lot of people that like.
You mean like actually like can't be in crowds?
I can be. I do
You just don't
everything I can to
I
avoid
get
it.
that. I get that.
You know,
I get that.
It depends on what we're going, where we're going, and what we're
like
doing.
Six Flags is something every once in a while I go. So
Also, weekends have been here so long.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's just like there's so many things going on this weekend.
Yeah.
And everybody who's causing the traffic is not going to have a Chicago or Illinois license plate.
Sure.
And it's
It's
going to make
gonna
me
be a
real
lot
mad.
of tourists and
Yeah.
and
Uber's going to be everywhere.
IG. It's gonna be a lot of Instagram hoes and Instagram bows.
I think I said this last week, but I was like, after you said something like that, I was like, man, maybe I will go down there.
Fucking Moe's.
Maybe I should go downtown and
Male-os.
see what's happening. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. You,
Yeah, no,
you
me
report back. You let me know what happened.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I don't have anything really planned for All-Star Weekend except to just watch it. So probably get 6-pack, a 12-pack, something. Probably a 12-pack,
I'll try to catch some of it, but other than that, I'm never really stressed about watching the All-Star game at this point. It just isn't something I stress about.
I don't care about the game. I care about like the 3-point contest and dunk contest. That's like
Those
the
are
one
fun.
night I like to
Those
watch.
are fun to watch.
Yeah.
The
And then
game,
the celebrity game.
game ends up being something that's just like all right, they're just scrimmaging. and
Did you
letting people
see that pickup game that Drake and Quavo were in or whatever?
Oh man.
score? Yeah,
I sent you the.
yeah. Quavo has a pretty,
Yo.
That
it's
shit
the ugliest
seemed a
shot.
little
it's a slow
staged.
set shot.
It's the ugliest shot of all time.
Either no real ballers were on that court that day, and they came
Which
at
is
like
probably
an early
what-
time
probably
or a
the-
later
probably true.
time.
Probably true.
They were like,
But no
these
one
are
was
all the
playing
people.
D. No one played D at all.
These are all people who are rehabbing from
Drake
some surgery
looked
or
real
something.
fucking sloppy. dude.
Trying to get back
Drake,
into it.
Drake looked just like, why are you even
Yeah.
playing? Right
He looks
now?
like how I would feel if I was out there. Right
He
now.
looks-
No, he looked like fucking.
He looked
I was
hefty
gonna-
out there, didn't he?
I was gonna call somebody out right now because I just couldn't say it.
He looked kind of hefty out there.
Yeah, like he
I was
got a
like, why are you
huge
so
shirt on and
husky?
Shit. Like
Like,
I don't know. He just
Yeah.
looked like sluggish. You know.
Yeah, I would always if I was a celebrity, I'd love to play in that celebrity game.
yeah, that'd be the
Oh,
shit.
definitely, always.
That would be real fun.
I always thought about that. Or remember when MTV used to have their
The
basketball
Rock and
game?
Jock.
Man, I always wanted to do that though.
yeah.
Always.
Rock and Jock was cool. They had that crazy
I was
point
gonna
system.
say, right? It was like a 7-point like
You
shot.
can
or
hit
something
the
like
top,
that, like all the way up there.
and if it went straight through everything, that was pretty cool too.
I was like, I could do that.
Hell yeah!
Dude, fucking
I got to be close and just toss
Pauly
it pretty much
Shore out
straight up.
there.
Like, wait a minute,
trying to shoot a basketball. It's like motherfucker.
I can do that shit.
I'd be
Maybe,
hitting
maybe not.
everything.
No man, I'd be looking like, I can hoop him up. Oh, not anymore. You know what? I gotta stop with that because I don't
Like
think I can.
Mario Lopez and shit. Like I could hoop him up for sure. Right now. Right now.
I'm
Call
pretty-
me out right now.
Weak ass.
I'll meet you at LA.
Pretty,
Fitness right
pretty
now.
sure.
weak ass bitch.
What's good?
Pretty sure I can't hoop
What's
right
good?
now. Pretty sure I'll be pretty bad at it.
Weak as fuck.
You weak fuck.
I'm not that bad anymore.
All right, well that's cool.
I said
You got
anymore.
better?
As if, yeah.
I sucked back then.
I'm just like I'm good. Like so, I meant to say like I'm not as bad as I thought I would be. Brother.
I'm gonna be bad
Um,
as I think I'm gonna be.
I think so too.
Adam's gonna be worse.
No, I was saying you're gonna be bad.
That was good.
Adam ain't lifted a weight.
I don't need him to lift no damn weight.
Adam ain't even weighted. That's how much he ain't done.
He's
nothing.
weightless.
He's
And that might work
Adam,
in my favor.
Adam's super impatient. Oh, we've got nothing else.
No.
That was
Um, So I saw a picture that Chris Brown was spray painting a Kobe mural. See that?
I didn't see it.
Chris Brown was doing that?
Chris Brown is painting a Kobe mural, and somebody commented on it. They were like, "God really blessed this kid with every talent that you can imagine."
I agree. Actually, Chris Brown's got a lot of talent.
Like he had every way to
Art,
succeed.
though.
He can dance, he can draw, he can fucking sing.
Yeah, he's very artsy.
Really worked out well for him.
Yeah, I mean,
And he's in a celebrity all-star game.
yeah. He can hoop. Actually, Chris Brown can kind of hoop.
Kinda.
He does have one specific move. It's like a cross spin.
A cross spin.
It's like a.
Is that like when Rondo used to run
It's
through
a-
the back, run through the center and fake pass it?
If I remember how it looks, it's like he crosses to the right, back to the left, and spins. It's actually kind of a nice little move, but it seems like the only thing I've ever seen him do.
It very well possibly is the only.
Yo,
thing
what up?
he can do.
Possibly.
D you up 10 years ago.
True. True.
That's true. You're old as fuck now, so.
Yeah, fuck you. Both of y'all motherfuckers in your 30s now. Kiss
Yeah,
my
but
ass.
you're like
true.
technically in your mid 30s now.
You in the mid-D's.
It's my Scottie Pippen
Nah.
year this year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Fuck
that's
you.
It's a real thing.
Fuck
Yeah.
you. Fuck you.
What year you're turning this year? You'll be 35 this year.
And that's the end of this episode 70.
We'll see you next week, maybe.
Yeah. So
It's gonna be me
Dave-
and Adam here.
Sam's in the kitchen. Like, fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Oh, you guys in the podcast right now? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I'll be over there.
Real fast because we have Dave back this week. Let's do a quick opposite shout out to our mans.
I'm gonna say
opposite
shout out
To Glenn.
Opposite
shout out to Glenn.
Opposite shout out to Glenn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done that in some weeks.
Yeah, well, no, I think we did. I think just last week we forgot, and that's
Week or two.
we broke the fucking streak last week.
It's all good,
It's okay
man.
though. We're back.
Yeah, well, opposite shout out to you though.
Opposite shout
You
out.
know?
Word.
But shout out to the rest of y'all,
Shout out to y'all.
and even shout out to you.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all watching, man. Send Dave your greetings and all that. You know,
all the what's happening. And
all of what up.
Indeed.
All the how are yous. and
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, real fast, I want to say, I told Dave this already, but I listened to half of that new Onyx album.
Okay.
It was not as bad as I thought it would be.
I just feel like they're old.
It's like, yeah, you can definitely tell it's old man rapping,
I'm
but
gonna
it's
say Sticky Fingers is like 51.
yeah.
That's old.
And Fredro Star was what made me laugh in the first place.
Pedro is like
I was like, I haven't seen his name in a long.
He still
time.
dresses
He's
in
like-
the baggy camo.
Pedro is so old. He's like the wise one in the group. Like,
Like, whoa,
He's like
Like,
Nazi
nah,
Muhammad.
like that's not how that was before.
he sounds totally different and shit.
yeah. I don't know, but it's not a bad sounding.
Yeah,
First
I
half of
haven't.
the
I
album.
haven't checked it out myself, so I can't speak on it myself.
I always want to say Square Onyx.
Um,
I don't know what that is.
It's literally a video game company.
Sam, you look
they
genuinely
start
lost when you said that.
Square Onyx.
Square Onyx.
You look genuinely lost when you said
I was like, what?
Sam is
that. He's
always
like,
lost.
yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
There's not very many.
come again?
There's not very many times
Go-
in which
go
he's
again?
not lost.
Once more.
So, well, we appreciate y'all tuning into episode 78 of the
Yeah.
Kiona and Kasson
It
podcast.
happens like that.
For my brother and my other brother, myself, we will catch y'all on some other time.
What? I don't know if you're gonna be there next. No,
I'll be there.
we'll see y'all, man. Y'all be easy.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.